trust and feel comfortable. We understand that Standards honor and respect that place. Standards is here to show you with their services you can find a friend and caregiver in Standards. Standards Home Health, 254-697-2224.
Back on the Standards Home Health pregame show on 98.5 KRXT. Good evening, AJ Whiteside with you as the Rockdale Tigers take on the Franklin Lions in the District 11-3A Division I opener for the Tigers. The Tigers had their bye week last week while all the other teams opened district play. The Tigers' last game 2 weeks ago on September 16th. They had a 2-score lead in the second half against Tuscola Jim Ned, a high-profile team statewide, but could not hold it. And a late-game interception set up the Indians for the game-winning scores. The Tigers fell to Tuscola Jim Ned 22-21 at San Saba on Friday night. The Tigers took the first lead on an 8-play, 38-yard drive, ending a 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Bladen Barczyk for a 7-0 lead with 7:59 to go in the first quarter. Jim Ned put up a lengthy drive in response, marching 67 yards in 13 plays, leading to a 1-yard touchdown run by Braden Shipman to tie the game at 7 with 1:31 to go in the first quarter. Tigers responded, driving 72 yards in 9 plays, including a catch to set up a 1-yard touchdown run by Barczyk to give the Tigers a 15-7 lead with 10:26 to go in the second quarter. Jim Ned put together another long drive based around the running game, but the Indians fumbled the ball in the red zone, and the Tigers recovered at their own 2-yard line. The Tigers drove the ball down the field, but they turned it over on downs in the final seconds of the first half. Tigers led 14-7 at the half. In the second half, the Tigers drove 56 yards in 8 plays, ending with a 4-yard touchdown run by Tim Grice. That gave the Tigers a 21-7 lead with 6:58 to go in the third quarter. The Indians responded with a 56-yard 8-play drive, ending with a 3-yard touchdown run by quarterback Troy Duran to close the gap to 21-14. The score stayed that way until the Tigers stopped the Jim Ned drive, forcing them to turn over on downs with 5:03 to go in the game. But on the ensuing drive, on third down, the Tigers attempted a pass, and Barczyk's pass for Robert Owens was intercepted, setting up a final drive for Jim Ned. With 2:29 to go, the Tigers jumped off sides, and Duran threw a 23-yard touchdown pass to Braden Walker and then scored on the 2-point conversion on a pass to take a 22-21 lead. On the ensuing kickoff, the Tigers muffed the return, and Jim Ned recovered, and the Indians ran out the clock from there. Well, the Tigers just took an early lead but could not hold it. That huge interception in their own territory in the closing moments of the game really was devastating. So that was a huge moment, a huge play. Tigers had their bye week in the schedule last week. Coach Jacob Campsey said the Tigers were left with an empty feeling after last week's loss. They wanted to get back on the field. He said they were ready to play another game last Friday because they didn't like the taste of that loss lingering in their mouths. They spent the off week doing some basic fundamental work, doing some installation for the district stretch run and easing back on the workload a little bit and getting healthy. The Tigers have apparently been itching to get back in action. They're finally getting the chance tonight. So on the schedule, that's something Coach Jacob Campsey and I talked about in our pregame talk or in our interview for the coaches show that they were just that loss just lingered during the bye week, and the Tigers are just kind of itching to get back out on the field. On the schedule this week, elsewhere around District 11-3A Division I this week, Troy is at McGregor. Lorena is at Academy. Cameron has the open day tonight. Also, the Thorndale Bulldogs host Latonia tonight in district action for Thorndale. Elsewhere around District 13, 2A Division I this week, Weimer is at Thrall. Schulenburg is at Hearn. Holland has the open date. Also, the Milano Eagles have their open date this week. The Eagles are off to a 4-0 start for the season, so good showing there from Monmouth County. The Lexington Eagles play host to the Caldwell Hornets tonight. That's a non-district game, of course. 3A D2 versus 4A D2. The Eagles always ready to jump up in classification and take on all comers. So they're taking on Caldwell tonight. Also around District 13, 3A Division II this week. It is a a simple schedule, simple rundown on the schedule. Everybody has an open date. Lexington is the only team in action. The Tater Ducks have their open date in the schedule this week. Elsewhere on District 13 4A Division 1 this week, Davenport is at Divine. Lampasas, Marble Falls, Canyon Lake, and Burnett all have open dates. And so, as the teams are getting set to go, the inflatable entrance, the inflatable entrance column, things are inflated and ready to go. The teams are set to come out on the field in just a bit. To this week's game against Franklin, it's pegged out. It's all the way up. Now to this week's game against Franklin, the Tigers last faced Franklin in 2017. Last time the Tigers faced the Franklin Lions was in 2017, as noted. In that game in 2017, the Lions defeated the Tigers 37-34 with the district championship on the line in the closing weeks of the season. That was the next to last week of the season, in fact. The Tigers went on, of course, to win the state title that year. That game, remember Tiger starting quarterback Torrey Lachlan was feeling a bit ill. The entire Tiger offense was not quite up to par. The Lions have been known then and now for running the slot T offense. However, as former offensive coordinator Mark Fannin became different offensive looks, so that'll be different to see. Defensively, Campsey said the 3-4 defensive scheme is very similar to what he ran as a defensive coordinator here in Rockdale for several years. Several years ago, I should say, they try to keep the 7-man box intact, and they rotate mostly their safeties and their defensive backfield. They have some top quality safeties, good sound linebackers. Campsey said the Tigers have to be able to execute in the passing game, have to throw and catch well, and they have to connect when they take their shots downfield. And AJ, just talking about the fact that the Tigers are coming off, the open week, and they've just been hungry to get back out onto the field, and a loss like that lingers, and so they're going to be coming out of here hungry, and they're going to need it against a tough team like Franklin.
Exactly. What a way to start off the district race with a tough team like the Franklin Lions. And of course, Franklin beat their opponent last weekend, and they already got leg up in the district with the 1-0 start. And of course, the Jim Ned victory, I thought Jim Ned loss, should I say. I thought the Tigers actually played, I wouldn't say well, but they played probably one of the best games they played so far this year. And I thought Jim Ned was a pretty good football team. I made that comment, and somebody commented back to me that, Jim Ned was down. But now I just commented back, just because you're down does not mean not good. They still was a very good football team, and I just really thought the Tigers let that ball game get away. As you said, that they had a 2-score lead at one time, pretty late, I thought, and just let it slip away. This would have been interesting to see if the Tigers had handled the kickoff from Jim Ned rather than fumble it. What would have transpired? I thought that was the making to victorious ending for the Tigers, but that didn't happen. Tigers were defeated. Like I say, that had to linger on for 2 weeks until this ball game. But let's see how they react or respond tonight.
And so we'll take a look at the starting lineups. Real quickly here for Franklin on offense. The quarterback, junior Court Lowry. Fullback is sophomore Colin Smitherman. The backs, Devin Hidrago, a junior, and Bryson Washington, a senior. I think we saw Washington when Franklin played Lexington in the playoffs a couple of years ago. He was a standout then. Dean Rampley's the tight end. Bo Jimenez is the quick end, what in the previously might have been known as a split end, a receiver. Along the offensive line, Josh Busher Jr. at center, Colton Metters, Lucas Lynchicum, the guards, Wally Lopez, and Trent Ellison, the tackles. The Tiger defense, Ivan Bonner, a senior, and Isaiah Salza Jr. are the ends. Tackles, Landon Pounders, Miles Greer. Linebackers, Ace Taylor, Cade Pantaleon. Corners, sophomore Tim Grice, senior Tristan Galvan. The safeties, junior Garen Morello is back. Cruz San Miguel, the junior safety, is back as well. Let's look at the Tigers when they have the ball on offense. Before we get our last break in. The quarterback, junior Bladen Barczyk, 5'2", 185 junior. Kamar Spencer starting running back, a junior, 5'5", 180. The receivers, Eric Shepard, sophomore, and Robert Owens, a senior. DeAndre Stevens will get some looks in the slot, a freshman. Riley Spears, a junior, will get some looks at H-back. Mason Meschwitz, a junior center. Zakova Anderson, sophomore. Tyler Stewart, senior, the guards. Lane Rickman, senior, and Mason Willard, junior, are the tackles. That's the Tiger offense. The Franklin defense, a 3-4. Simeon Smith, Major Kimbrough, Smith, the senior, Kimbrough, junior, the ends. The nose tackle, Andrew Elmore, senior. The linebackers, Landon Lorenz and Cole Branter, seniors. They'll both come up down on the ends. Colby Smith, Braden Yoré, the juniors in the inside. Corners, Blake Autry, junior. Freshman, Walker Anderson. Safeties, junior Devin Hidrago and Bryson Washington. Take our last break on the Standards Home Health pregame show on KRXT. Kickoff's coming up. Stay with us.
At Standards Home Health, we believe that you deserve compassionate, honest, and reliable care from only the finest healthcare professionals who go the extra mile. Standards Home Health provides in-home services for skilled nursing, home health aides, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and social workers. Standard staff of nurses and therapists are here to provide high-quality, safe, and cost-effective patient care, whether you're in your home, an assisted living facility, or in a family or friend's home. Contact one of your nearby Standards Home Health offices today.
That's the Standard Home Health pregame show on 98.5 KRXC. Stay with us. Kickoff coming up. Rockdale and Franklin live from Tiger Field here in Rockdale. The district opener for 2022 right here on KRXT. Stay with us. After the bye week, the Rockdale Tigers return to action tonight as they open district play against Franklin. In their last action, the Tigers fell in a heartbreaker to Tuscola Jim Ned 22-21 at San Saba on September 16th. The Tigers got on the board early as quarterback Bladen Barczyk punched it in. Line out to the left, snap back, Barczyk fakes and will keep up the middle to the goal line. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Bladen Barczyk. After Jim Ned tied it up at 7, the Tigers marched 72 yards and reached pay dirt as Barczyk put it in the end zone again. First and goal at the 1 for the Tigers. Barczyk with the keeper coming right, breaks a couple of tackles, bangs to the goal line. He's in. That's a touchdown for the Rockdale Tigers, a 1-yard touchdown run by Barczyk. Late in the game, holding a 1-score lead and deep in Jim Ned territory, the Tigers tested the Indians and got burned. Back to throw. Here's a pass. It's intercepted. It was underthrown and intercepted. Wow. Intended for Robert Owens, and he did not turn at the right time. The turn was off. It's intercepted, and Jim Ned will take over at the 26-yard line. Jim Ned would go on to score the touchdown, and instead of settling for the tie, the Indians went for the lead and got it. Now they shift over, takes a snap, low snap, now rolling out to his right, coming right, has room, goal line, he's in, 2-point conversion. Tiger head coach Jacob Campsey says the Tigers came away feeling empty after the loss.
After the chance out, they wanted to continue to play that game. You know, really, our kids really felt like they played 3 really good quarters, 3.5 really good quarters, and walked off the field feeling like they deserved to win that football game.
The Tigers were not in a mood to sit around for a week without a game coming up on Friday.
It was hard to have an off week after that game because they wanted to get back out on the field the next day and right the wrongs.
Now the Tigers turn their attention to Franklin. The Lions won the state championship in Class 3A Division II in 2021 before they were promoted to Division I in the spring realignment, placing them in Rockdale's district. The last time the two teams squared off on the football field was in the 2017 season when the Tigers fell to the Lions 37-34 on the road and would later go on to win the state championship. The Lions have been known for their vaunted slot T running attack, but under the direction of Mark Fannin over the past 2 years, their offense has evolved.
Yeah, it's not a conventional slot T in the Liberty Hill sense or the Coach Walker and the Bruce Bush. It's probably a little less misdirection than a traditional slot T, but a little more formationally. They give you tackle over stuff. They'll spread you out a little bit. They'll probably widen receivers out more than a traditional slot T will.
It's the Rockdale Tigers and the Franklin Lions live from Tiger Field here in Rockdale. Next.
This is Rockdale Tiger Football for 2022. Brought to you by Capolino Dodd Krebs, Citizens National Bank, Hood Insurance, Bosler Energy, Rockdale Welding Supply, Midway Grocery, Perry & Perry Builders, Texas Propane, Bland Construction, Winnie L. Nursing Home, Bradley Plumbing, Kathy Corner, Julio's, Rollo Insurance. Also by Rockdale Country Ford, CarQuest, Parsley's Food Services, Napa, Gaddy's of Rockdale, Oriental Kitchen, Two Doors Down, Scott's Body Shop, Climate Control, Rockdale Estates and Rehabilitation, Catherine Rodham, Rockdale Booster Club, 5 Star Car Wash, Judith Matula, The Ranch, and by Standards Home Health. And now to the Rockdale Country Ford broadcast booth with Jay Davis and A.J. Whiteside for tonight's game.
The national anthem is going on. Anthem, if I could get the word out, excuse me. Let's listen in. And so we're ready to go. Hey, Davis, A.J. Whiteside with you. The Rockdale Tigers and the Franklin Lions. And A.J., it's time for football.
Exactly. Of course, this is one of the games that the fans have been waiting for. When you saw this one on the schedule and saw that the Franklin Lions was moving back into the district, you kind of looked at this date. And, of course, it's the first district game, first for the Tigers anyway. And as I said, the Lions defeated, who did they play last? McGregor, I think, last week. I just had that a while back. But anyway, the Lions are 1-0 in the district. Of course, all teams in the district will have an off week or bye week, so it'll balance out by the end of the season. But right now, here in Rockdale at Tiger Field, we're getting ready to play some football and looking for a very good football game. And we'll talk about the need-to-dos and keys of the game and things of that nature?
Yes, we certainly will. And the teams are ready to go. Franklin has it lined up for the kickoff. Glad to be with you. The Rockdale Tigers and the Franklin Lions. Kickoff is in the air. On return to the 15 to the 20, and sideline to the 25 to the 30. Out of bounds about the 37-yard line. That's where the Tigers will set up shop, 1st and 10.
And, of course, good job bringing the ball upfield. Good starting position and field position, that is, for the Rockdale Tigers. And let's see how the Tigers start out with the offense. We know that they can move the football, although last week they scored only 3 touchdowns and lost by the 1 point. But that was a tough physical football game, and so will the Franklin Lions. They're going to play that type of football also.
Yes, absolutely they will. In the gun from the left hash, 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snap is back. Inside handoff coming left. Has room to the 45 midfield. 45 chased and hauled down across the 45 to about the 42-yard line. It'll be a 5-star Commerce first down for the Rockdale Tigers. For Spencer.
They're really running with authority. Spencer did he. Just burst right up the left side and, of course, picked up about the 15 to 16 yards, getting the ball into Lion territory, and a pretty good way to start off. Of course, Tigers got to stay away from the penalties and stay ahead of the chains. I think they'll be okay.
1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 43 of Franklin in the gun. 3 receivers left this time. Barczyk takes a snap. It's a keeper coming left, stacked up right down about the 41-yard line. I want to remind you, the first quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale. Investing in Rockdale and investing in you. They provide transportation for the KRXT broadcast crew for all out-of-town Tiger games.
Still picking up decent yardage that time, about 4 yards. And, of course, you take that anytime. The keeper there.
Yeah, to use his own read quarterback keeper there. Barczyk has been really at the center of the Tiger running game early on this year.
And, of course, I think, I know he is the leading rusher for the Tigers.
In the gun, 2nd down at about 7 from the 40. 3 receivers to the left, tight end to the right. Looking things over is Barczyk. Play clock running down a bit. Takes a snap. And off Spencer coming right to the 40. His way forward to about the 35-yard line. And brought down. That'll bring up 3rd down and short for the Tigers.
And, of course, that's where you want to be. I thought it picked up a little bit more than that, but you want to be in that 3rd down and short situation. And I think with this start for the Rockdale Tigers, I really believe that they have 2 plays to pick up the necessary yardage needed, necessary yards needed for the 1st down.
3rd down and about 2. Three receivers to the right, working between the hash marks. 1 receiver to the left, wing back to the left. Snap is back. Barczyk will keep coming to the left. Breaks to the outside of the 30, banging down to about the 29-yard line. That'll be enough for a 5-star Commerce first down for the Rockdale Tigers.
And, of course, he runs really hard. This hard-nosed football player runs like a running back at the quarterback position. Picked up about 4 yards, close to 5, actually, picking up the Tigers' 3rd first down there.
From the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth, Jay Davis, JJ Whiteside with you with the Rockdale Tigers. Scoreless but driving, 9:14 to go in the 1st quarter. Tigers look over to the sideline for the call. Coach Jacob Campsey making the game day play calls.
And, of course, the Tigers, as long as they're driving, holding on to the football, not making penalties, that's like being on defense. You're keeping that other team off the field as much as you can.
Using your offense as a defense. In the gun, snap is back, hand off. Spencer coming left, has a big hold to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Strolls in, that's a touchdown.
Just give him about 29 yards on the run there. And that's what the Tigers needed. By no means that you're going to say that's going to be a winner, but at least you want to start out that way. You want to see what this offense could do because they was kind of stymied last week against Jim Ned. I should say 2 weeks ago.
And so, the extra point to come. Tigers line up at the swinging gate at first. And then they start to run off. Now they'll exchange and go back. They're going to run out of the play clock here. They try to hurry to set the extra point. They're going to get the delay of game. There it is. And they'll move back 5 yards for the extra point attempt. That's a little razzle-dazzle, I guess.
And that razzle-dazzle there cost you 5 yards, but should be able to still kick the extra point. But it makes a difference, particularly when you've already had made the kick. Just had gotten it off, just missed getting it off, should I say.
And problem on the snap, scrambling, a throw for the end zone. The ball is dropped incomplete, so the extra point fails after all that. 8:45 to go in the first quarter. The Rockdale Tigers lead 6-0. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger football from the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth at 98.5 KRXT. Stay with us.
Parsley's Food Service is a family-owned and operated food service serving Rockdale and surrounding area. Check out the great fish, barbecue, steaks, hamburgers, breakfast all day, and all American dishes for the family at Lee's Landing on West Cameron in the downtown area. Or if you want some really good chicken, rolls, and fried pies, you need to visit Chicken Express on West Cameron and Meadow. Yes, a Rockdale tradition for family dining. It's Parsley's Food Service, Lee's Landing, and Chicken Express. Texas Fajita at West Cameron and Meadow is now open Friday and Saturday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m.
Back to Tiger Field for the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth. Jay Davis, AJ Whiteside with you. The Rockdale Tigers lead 6-0 over the Franklin Lions. The touchdown summary coming up in just a moment. 8:45 to go in the first quarter play. For the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth. Nice Friday night for football here. Tigers back from their open week last week. The kick, it's an onside kick. And who got it? Looks like
there.
Franklin recovers it. I don't think it. I don't see flags down, but I think they're going to have to go back and kick it again.
Well, some type of, I wouldn't say commotion is going on, but something is going on that would lead you to believe that they're going to have to kick it again. Maybe somebody was not set. I thought the whistle had blown to start the play, but that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, so they'll get set and kick it again. You got to think they're going to kick it off this time. 8:43 to go in the first quarter.
So that kind of, helped the Tigers out there. But that's the spot where teams normally would take the ball anyway. If you, we've seen our share of pop-up kicks. So if a team pops the ball up, that's generally where it would be in that vicinity. But let's see what the Tigers do. Recently, they've been kicking it deep.
Here's the kickoff. This one will be somewhat deep on the return from the 10, the 15 to the 20. Across to the 30, Rice of Washington, 35, brought down about the 38-yard line. And that's where, 37-yard line, and that's where Franklin will start. Let's get to touchdown summary with AJ.
Okay, 5 plays covering 68 yards for the Rockdale Tigers. And, of course, put the ball, 62 yards. I'm sorry, 5 plays, 62-yard drive by the Rockdale Tigers, 29-yard touchdown run by Tim Grice. And the a kick by Romero was no good. The second attempt, it was moved 5 yards back, but 6-0 Rockdale 6, and Franklin. This is their first opportunity.
Put on a total penalty is against the Lions. And holding, I believe, was called against the Lions.
That was the call. That's taking the ball from the 38-yard line, 15 yards backwards. And, of course, that's a good thing for the Tigers. For this high-powered Franklin Lion offense, they've been really racking up some points.
Spotted at their own 19, 1st and 10. There's a slot T-look handoff over the left side. Breaks the tackle 25 to about the 27-yard line and hauled down. Number 34, Ike Eaton gets the carries. That's what they do. He's not even on my spot board.
And thing about it, that's what the Tigers are going to have to do. They're going to have to tackle in this game against the Franklin Lions, because you know they're going to score some points. Not just going to just shut them out.
Second down and 2 from the 27. There's a option give up the middle. Still surging forward across the 32, about the 34-yard line, close to the 35. That'll be enough for a first down for the Franklin Lions. It will be at the 35.
And, of course, just about at the spot where they would have been without the penalty in just 2 plays. 6-0, the Tigers grab the early lead. Tigers going to have to get some stops tonight without a doubt, because I think both of these teams can score some points. And
up under center, here's a handoff, 1st and 10 from the 35. Breaking outside, big haul, Bryson Washington, midfield 45, hauled down across the 40 to about the 39. That'll be enough for a first down for the Eagles, for the Franklin Lions. Washington with a big play.
And, of course, that's the young man that you're going to have to look out for. He's their workhorse, and you're just getting an early look at why he has been tabbed as that.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. That's slot T look. Man in motion, handoff over the left side. Across the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. Brought down after a gain of a couple of yards.
And, of course, 55 for the Tigers in on the stop. Initially laying down the hit there.
Noah Pastrano got in there. So it's second down and about a yard. That's hold them to a short gain on first down. It's second down. 2 receivers to the right, split backs behind the quarterback, handoff over the right side. 35 to the 30, still going, then hauled down at about the 26-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. Another carrier, Colin Smitherman, he's the fullback in that offense, has a gain and a first down.
And, of course, they're moving the ball also. That was the 5th play. This drive started at the 19-yard line. And, of course, they are approaching the red zone themselves. Tigers need to come up with a big stop and turnover, whatever they need to do.
1st and 10 at the 25. Here's a toss to the left side. Tigers stack up the running back, and they're going to, they fooled me. He goes up the middle for a couple of yards. Coming in for the stop of the Tigers is Miles Greer.
Of course, naturally, he was hit at the line of scrimmage, but barreled his way down to pick up about 4 yards or so.
Spotted at the 21-yard line. Second down and about 6. They line up quickly. They're running pretty much the standard slot T look here. Double tight end set. Here's a toss of the right side. Has room to the 15. Breaks the tackle down to about the 10-yard line. And there's Ike Eaton on the carry. He'll pick up another first down.
And, of course, moving the ball at ease, just as the Tigers did. Of course, Tigers got theirs in 5 plays. And, of course, the Lions working on, this will be play number 7 coming up.
1st and 10 at the 11. They get a first down, reaching the 1-yard line, maybe just outside the 1. 1st and 10. They line up quickly in that. This is a slot T look. Wide receiver to the left, man in motion. And a give up the middle. Across the 10 down to about the 5-yard line. Smitherman, the ball carrier, the fullback in that slot T.
And the Lions, they do form a huddle, but they come out of that huddle very quickly. And when they get to the line of scrimmage, really don't mess around. I mean,
that's the feature of the slot T.
Exactly. And, of course, the quarterback usually sticks his foot back to signal the play is getting ready to start, and then that's
There they are at the line. Second down at the 4, inside handoff up the middle, bangs down to about the 1. That That's right at the stick and should be enough. It'll be first and goal at about the 1.5-yard line.
And of course, Tigers going to have to come up with something monumental here to keep the Lions out of the end zone. As you said, first down and go from the 1-yard line.
Sticking with that running game. It's a variation off the slot T. Basically, they're showing a lot of slot T stuff here early on. First and goal at the 1, inside handoff over the right side. Bangs in for the touchdown. Banging in for the touchdown is Bryson Washington, a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are on the board.
Just that quick, and of course, that's what they've been doing all season long.
On that slot T and get the counters and misdirection, and and later on they'll show some different things out of that. Now they'll line up for the extra point. Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth. Jay Davis, Eddie Whiteside with you. The extra point, bobble snap, but it's handled, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Time on the field. 4:03 to go in the first quarter. Franklin takes a 7-6 lead over the Rockdale Tigers. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger football on 98.5 KRXT. Stay with us.
When you need tires, the place to go is your Napa dealer on West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale. Not only do they carry the tires for your cars and trucks, they've also got tires for your ATVs, farm tires, tractor tires, 18-wheeler tires, anything that needs a tire, they probably can get it for you at Napa on West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale. Give them a call at 512-446-2505. That's your Napa Auto Parts dealer on West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale.
Oriental Kitchen is open under new ownership. The new owners are dedicated to being your favorite Chinese restaurant. They're committed to serving you the freshest and tastiest Chinese cuisine at reasonable prices for your entire family. Dine in or take out. Open Monday through Friday, 11 till 4 and 5 till 9. Saturday, 4 till 9. Great service, great food, and generous portions at 1514 West Cameron in the Waymar Plaza. And they have those homemade desserts too at Oriental Kitchen in Rockdale.
Tigers handling the kickoff, and it's a bit of a bobble on the return, but it looks like they covered it up at about the 30-yard line, maybe the 29. And no, they did not. It is bobbled and is recovered by Franklin. Now, wow, that's an awfully big turn right there. Let's get to touchdown somewhere while we can.
Exactly. Did not need that. The Lions take the lead 7-6 on an 81-yard drive in 9 plays. They ended up in a 1-yard touchdown run by Bryson Washington. And the kick was good, as I said, making it 7-6 in favor of Franklin. But the Tigers just gave the ball back to the Lions, and really defensively going to have to step up now for sure.
They're going to need a big defensive stand, and as again I've said it before, coaches talk about the 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams. I've mentioned special teams. That's why. First and 10. Here's a handoff over the right side to Washington. Has room to the 25, breaking through and then brought down about the 22-yard line. Big gain of about 8 on the play, bring up second down at about 2.
And, of course, living good when you can get 6, 7, 8 yards per carry, particularly on first down. You can pretty much do whatever you need to do. Tigers really need to stiffen up.
And that's really crucial with a run-based offense.
Exactly. And, of course, I mean, you'll take that all day, all night long.
Second down and 2. Slot to look, handoff coming wide right. Washington breaks a tackle, has run to the 15 to the 10, dragging the defender to the 5, banging down to about the 1-yard line. And that is you take the deception of the slot T, and then you add the toughness of the running of Bryson Washington.
And, of course, that young man, he can run also. Good-looking athlete. And he's just not going to be...
They're coming back. I don't see the flag down, but there's
evidently it's one if they're coming back. But
until the penalty flag has been thrown on the play.
And, of course, wiped out a good run by the young man.
Holding was called on the play, and put it shoot up to a penalty.
See, can the Tigers defense take advantage of that?
They line up quickly, up under center. 2 receivers to the left this time. Handoff over the right side to Washington, and he breaks a tackle, and then banging his way forward across the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Will bring out the third down for the Lions.
And, of course, that's what we've seen a whole lot of. A lot of broken and missed tackles. And, of course, he almost got away to pick up big yardage there also. But Tigers...
you can't arm tackle this guy.
No, that's what was attempted on the initial tackle.
Third down and 2 here. Here's a toss over the left side. Has room across the 25 to the 20 to the 15 to the 10 to the 5. Dragging to the goal line. Touchdown. I think it was number 34.
Yeah.
Ike Eaton on the carry.
And, of course, like I say,
22 yards.
Ike got into the action also. And, of course, that was another gift from the Tigers special team there. The fumble, giving the Lions the ball on the 30-yard line, it is.
And so the extra point to come. For the Tigers, there are storm clouds on the horizon here. This is not looking good. The extra point, kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Time on the field, 2:23 to go in the first quarter. 14-6, the Rockdale Tigers lead the Franklin Lions. From the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth, you listen to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Oh, no, the sewer's backed up. It's going to take days to get a plumber out here. Well, not so if you call the highly rated Bradley Plumbing. They offer same-day sewer cleaning and small repairs. They're local and family-owned, been serving Milam County for over 30 years. They can do everything from fixing a dripping faucet to plumbing a new home. They're also licensed to work on propane gas systems. And tell them that you heard about it on KRXT. You'll receive $20 off your next service. Call Bradley Plumbing in Cameron at 254-697-3354. That's 697-3354 for Bradley Plumbing.
If you're on a budget this season, let Eric Paulson and his crew at Rockdale Country Ford find the car of your dreams from their quality pre-owned models. Rockdale Country Ford's selection is reliable, coming with a Carfax history report for peace of mind. It's all at prices that won't break the bank. Find out more about Rockdale Country Ford's used inventory as well as current promotions on OEM or Motorcraft parts and accessories. Go to RockdaleCountryFord.com. At Rockdale Country Ford, hot deals are always in season.
The Tigers taking the kickoff from Franklin on a return to the 30-35 out to about the 37-yard line. For the Tigers, it was Robert Owens on the return. Let's get the touchdown summary with AJ.
Okay, the Lions, they were set up greatly at the 30-yard line after the Tiger fumble on the kickoff, and took them just 3 plays to get the ball into the end zone. Ended up in a 19-yard touchdown run by Ike Eaton. Kick was good. Lions increased their lead to 14. It's Franklin 14, Rockdale 6. Drive started at the 30, but went backwards, but Franklin picked the yardage back up, made the touchdown. Take the lead.
Tigers 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line now. Faking a keeper by Barczyk over the right side up to about the 40-yard line. It's a scrimmage from the 38, I should say. And after about the 40, gain of a couple, will bring up second down.
Of course, Tigers have to answer, get some points out of this drive, move the ball down the field, take care of the football. And, of course, hopefully they've worked on the penalty and the mistake bug. Took some time there over the break by a week to do that. Let's see how they respond to the Lions. 2 touchdowns to their 1. 14-6 is the score. Franklin leads.
In the gun, slot receiver to the left, tight end to the right. Slot receiver to each side. In fact, here's a jet sweep give coming right. Likes to tackle. 45 still going midfield. Brought down about the 48-yard line. That'll be enough for a 5-star Conway's first down. For the Rockdale Tigers, Tim Grice on the carry picks up a big yardage and a 5-star Conway's first down.
Good job by number 4, Grice. Initially hit in the backfield. He spun out of that and was hit again, but recovered, picking up good yardage, picking up the first down. And the Tigers now have the ball again in the Lion territory. It's got to just keep it moving.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the line 48 in the gun. 3 receivers to the right, wing back to the left. Inside handoff is Grice, running back coming left, breaks a tackle. reaching to about the 46-yard line, trying to reach to the 45. About the 46 is where he's marked down to get him a couple.
And, of course, the Lions are just flying to the football. I mean, Grice got the pitch, and, of course, they're getting there in a major hurry.
Coach Jacob Campsey saying they're front seven, their line and linebackers are really, they keep that a solid block. They're really tough.
Exactly. And you could see that on that particular play, or really on all of the plays. They're around the football. By the time the ball carrier comes down, it's 4 or 5 of them there.
2nd and 8 from the 46 of Franklin. 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left from the left hash. Barczyk takes a snap. Inside handoff, breaks the tackle. Grice coming left, has run to the 40, 35 to the 30, sideline at 25 to the 20, and tripped and brought down along the sideline inside the 20 to 19 in the Ranch Red Zone. It's a 5-star Colorado's first down for the Tigers.
And, of course, good game-saving, I should say.
Nobody is moving, so there's a flag down. We want to shoot up a total penalty flag.
Look like that one will be coming backwards. It's funny, you're not seeing these flags. And same thing on the other side when we saw a penalty against the Lions. I mean, they're there. I'm just saying we just, I guess, so intrigued with the offensive plays of these teams.
Looks like the violation happened into the run. We'll move it back across midfield about the 49. There's a timeout on the field. Timeout brought to you by the Rockdale Tiger Booster Club. Oh, no, that's the end of the quarter.
Actually, yeah,
that's the end of the quarter. For the Rockdale Country Football Broadcast booth, Rockdale and Franklin. Franklin leads 14-6. Want to remind you the transportation broadcast group for out-of-town games is provided by Apple One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale, investing in Rockdale, investing in you, providing transportation for the KRXT broadcast crew for all out-of-town games. We'll take a 30-second time out. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Are you considering selling your home, land, or business? If so, Catherine Rodham with Keller Williams Realty is ready to serve you. Catherine Rodham uses her multifaceted marketing plan to ensure your property is getting the highest and best level of exposure. Catherine Rodham has been recognized as being in the top 5% of over 1 million real estate agents. Please call Catherine Rodham at 979-324-6891 today and get the representation that you deserve when it comes to selling or buying real estate.
Rockdale Tigers face a 2nd down and 12 after the penalty. Second quarter getting underway. First play of the second quarter. Tigers trail 14-6 in this District 11 3A Division I opener. Barczyk takes a snap. Inside handoff up the middle. Midfield and stacked up at midfield and will bang forward for a gain of another. Picked up a couple of yards, bring up 3rd down and about 11.
And to tell you the truth, what he got out of that, he definitely earned, because he was popped about 3 times there when he got the ball into the line of scrimmage. Tigers got to stay away from the penalties because they had the ball a little deeper inside of the territory of the Lions, but penalty brought it back, and now you find yourself in a 3rd down and long situation. That's just something that you don't want to be in against these Lions. Don't want to be in against any team.
Second, really. 3rd down and 11 in the gun. Wing back to the right, slot left. 2 receivers to the right. Snap is back. Barczyk back to throw. Now rolling to his left. Looking for room to run. Has room to the 45. Brought down about the 43-yard line, right along the sideline out of bounds. That'll bring up a 4th down. And the Tigers probably looking at going for it here with 4th down at about 6.
And, of course, I mean, I don't know.
It's kind of a yin and yang situation because you'd like to, you think about punting and pitting them back, and then also you're in it's kind of no man's land too. So you might as well go for it.
Well, but you don't want to. I don't think you really want to give them the football there, but I think that's what they're going to try to do. And this just sheer confidence in your offensive ability. That's what this is.
4th down at about 6 from the 43 in the gun. 2 backs to the backfield, slot right. Man goes in motion to the right. Here's a quick pass out the right flat to Owens. Owens wants to throw. Deep ball right side. Receivers roll along to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Rolling in. Touchdown. Rockdale Tigers.
That was a nice play. And I told you that's what you needed to do. Who was the reception? Oh, number 10. I
think it was DeAndre Stevens making the catch. Double pass for the touchdown.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. I felt like you needed to run a... Wow. I'm just going to be honest. I really thought... so that's one of those...
Here's the extra point on the way, and good. Time out on the field. 10:08 to go in the first quarter. For the Rockdale Country Football Broadcast booth, you listen to Rockdale Tigers football. Tigers trail 14-13 on KRXT. Stay with us.
Bland Construction proudly supports the Rockdale ISD staff, students, and Tiger athletes. They hope you have a successful year in the classroom and on the playing field or court. Bland Construction is not a stranger to change, for they've been in business since 1979, proudly serving Rockdale and surrounding areas with all your construction needs. Please remember Bland Construction if you're in need of a new home facelift, or a paint job. Call them first and give them a chance to help you out. Remember, you are not in business for 41 years if you're not doing something right. Bland Construction, 512-446-2693. Looking for personalized gifts for all special occasions, embroidery, custom vinyl, and custom print items? You'll find it at Two Doors Down Embroidery, 229 North Main in Rockdale. Stop in today and shop Two Doors Down. Open Monday through Friday, 10 until 5. Owner Kathy Perry invites you to come in. Call 512-543-5090 or email twodoorsdownembroidery@gmail.com.
Rockdale Tigers on the board again. They trail 14-13 with 10:08 to go in the first half. Jay Davis, JJ Whiteside with you. The Tigers about to kick it off. We'll get the touchdown summary in just a moment. And the Tigers, Daniel Romero, about to kick it off. And it's an onside kick. Again, it's booted. It's a loose ball, but it is covered up by the Lions at about the 44-yard line. And so let's get to touchdown summary, AJ.
The Tigers going to get one of these onsides one of these days. Nice drive by the Rockdale Tigers. 62-yard drive in 8 plays. Ended up with a little razzle-dazzle 43-yard touchdown pass from Robert Owens to DeAndre Stevens. And, of course, Barczyk tossed it out to Owens. Owens drilled the touchdown pass to DeAndre Stevens. Kick was good, 13-14. Franklin leads, 14-13.
They line up,
play some defense
line
now.
up quickly at their own 44. 2 receivers to the left. Wing back look. Here's the handoff over the left side. Across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. It's Colin Smitherman on the carry for the Lions. This kind of has that feel of that kind of David and Goliath type of thing. The Lions certainly coming in as a heavy favorite, and the Tigers are just kind of, they're just pulling out all the stops and just going for it here. Second down and about 6. Here's a toss over the left side. Washington breaks the tackle, has him outside of the 40-35 and hauled down across the 35 to about the 34-yard line. It'll be enough for a first down for the Franklin Lions. There he is.
If that man can stay healthy, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I mean, by all teams in the district here. Looked pretty good. Got good blocking up front, good size up front from the Lions, number 82. They have, look like 64 there, and they're all doing a good job. 74 big guys up front.
First and 10, here's a handoff coming White. Oh, it fooled me. Breaking all the way up the middle, taking it all the way in. That's the misdirection. He totally had me snookered on that when he breaks in and takes it 33 yards for the touchdown. And that will be on the carry, I believe. Ike Eaton again. Wow.
Very well executed. Of course, really a lot of moving parts there. Didn't know exactly what was going on there.
That looked, they do variations off the slot tee, but that looked exactly like the Liberty Hill slot tee. Here's the kick. Extra point kick is good. Time on the field. 9:02 to go in the first half. 21-13. Franklin leads the Rockdale Tigers. From the Rockdale Country Football Broadcast booth, you're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football on KRXT. Stay with us.
When you have an accident, take your vehicle to the place more and more Central Texans trust, Scott's Body Shop. They'll repair and replace what is needed and paint with the greatest of expertise. You won't even know the accident happened by looking at your truck or car. And Scott's Body Shop will work with your insurance company. Can't afford to be without a vehicle? Reserve Scott's loaner car. That's Scott's Body Shop on Highway 77 just north of 79 in Rockdale. Phone 446-739.
Done right, bring it on in to your CarQuest in Rockdale. Do you need new tires? They can get just about any brand that you might need. They have die-hard batteries and offer free charging system checks at CarQuest on West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale. And God bless America.
25 to the 30, out of bounds about the 35-yard line. I want to remind you the second quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale, investing in Rockdale and investing in you. Remember, they'll be open at 9 o'clock tomorrow. You can go and check out their inventory. The second quarter brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick. Let's get the touchdown summary with AJ.
Okay, and this one didn't take long, and I won't take long. 56 yards covered in just 3 plays, 33-yard touchdown scamper by Ike Eaton. Very well executed play there by the Lions. Kick was good, increasing their lead to 21-13. And of course, you really don't want to get into a shootout with these guys. You got to make some stops somewhere along the way. I think 2 or 3 stops, you'd be in pretty good shape.
First and 10 for the Tigers at the 36. Here's a keeper by quarterback Bladen Barczyk on the right side across the 30, probably about the 39-yard line. Gain of about 3, maybe 4 out to the 40. It'll bring up second down at about 6.
And of course, Tigers doing a pretty good job of moving the football there.
They're going to have to be real careful to avoid the penalties, the drive-killing penalties that
particularly
we've seen.
Yeah, and particularly when you have a team like the Lions scoring points and moving the football up and down the field. They really are a good-looking football team, and of course, I don't know exactly how they lost a lot of firepower from the state championship team from last year, but what they have left is still a good unit.
Second and 6. Here's a keeper by Barczyk up the middle on a 4-wide set, brought down by the middle of the Franklin defense. That'll bring up a third down. Picked up a couple. It'll bring a third down at about 3 for the Tigers.
And of course,
with 7:44 to go in the second quarter, Tigers trailing 21-13.
And they just got to pick up the first down, and that's okay. He was stuffed pretty nicely there by the Lions, though, but you're close enough to feel good about picking up a first down. That third down and 3, and of course that's much better than third down and 7, and you're trying to pick up 11 yards and 12 yards. That's what you have to avoid, but this is okay. Just got to pick up the first down and stay away from the penalties.
Third down and 3. In a gun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. From the right hash, snap back. Barczyk will keep coming right. Has room across 45 to about the 48-yard line. That'll be enough for a 5-star Commonwealth first down for the Tigers.
And see, that's what happened that third down and short yardage would do. You can do a whole lot of things, of course, and we have, I should say the Tigers have the weapons to do that. I mean, this young man really handles the football well. I mean, just a great skill set. And, of course, the good thing about it, he's going to be around this year and next. Of course, kind of been watching him for the last couple of years, and he really knows what to do. Solid football player.
First and 10 for the Tigers from their own 48-yard line. Vital to stay ahead of the chains, as they say. 6:36 to go in the first half. In the gun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. On the right hash, Barczyk getting everybody set. Shepard getting clarification. Now he's set. Barczyk takes a snap. Handoff coming left midfield. Out to about across the midfield to about the 47, 48-yard line is Tim Grice. Tim Grice getting the carries in this game at running back.
And, of course, you just kind of get on the edge of your seat when Tim picks up the football because, of course, championship sprinter there. And, of course, when you get skilled players times, I should say plus the speed, I mean, you have the makings of something special on every play, and that's just what you think about when he gets the football because he's elusive, too. He knows how to make you miss him and break tackles also.
And this is just a matchup situation as Kamar Spencer's in pads, but here on the sideline, you can see in the gun, second down and about right at 5 from the 47 in the gun. Snap is back. Barczyk, quick pass right side. Little out route. It looks like it's one hop to incomplete to DeAndre Stevens. That'll bring up third down and about 5 for the Tigers.
And of course, I think he just let that one go just before he had actually wanted to. And I think Braden was kind of in the protection mode there because there was a couple of defenders there, and he was trying to throw it low enough so it won't be turned over or picked off.
If a defender jumps out, he's gone.
Exactly. I think that was kind of a protection type pass. It was incomplete. One hopped.
Third down and about 5 now in the gun. 3 receivers left. Barczyk back to throw. Sets and looks. Stands. Throws the right side. Pass complete. Has run to the 30. Sideline 25 to the 20 to the 15 to the 10. Down to about the 9-yard line.
Wow.
Tim Grice coming out of the backfield, I believe, makes the catch and a big play and a first down. A 5-star call was first down, and the Tigers are in the ranch red zone.
See, this is what happens when you can run the football. And you don't always have to pick up big yardage to be credited with having a running game. This is what can happen.
So it's first and goal in the ranch red zone at the 4-yard line. Here comes Spencer into the game at running back, giving a breather to Grice.
And that was a nicely placed ball by Barczyk also. I mean, everything was perfect on that particular play.
First and goal inside the 5 at about the 4. Takes a snap. Barczyk will keep over the left side, banging down to about the 2-yard line. The line judge marks it. That'll bring up second and goal.
This drive started at their own 36-yard line. And, of course, Tigers should not be in any hurry. Of course, they generally have the high-paced, fast-paced offense, but they're not doing that at this particular junction.
Tonight, you want to consume clock.
Exactly. You want to consume clock, and then whenever you do have the football, you want to put it in also.
So it'll be second and goal from the 2. 4:12 to go in the first half. In the gun. Snap back, hand off Spencer coming left.
Wow.
Dances to the goal line. Touchdown. Come on, Spencer bangs in for 2 yards out on the Rockdale Tigers are battling and giving this game the looks of a classic right now.
Exactly. Of course, Franklin, a very good football team, and of course, a lot of people was thinking this could be a high-scoring contest, and there was some who believed that Franklin would do most of the scoring. Of course, it's got a long way to go.
Good run by Kamar Spencer there, coming in relief of Tim Grice. And there's problems on the extra point snap and whistles. It'll be a dead ball. No play will come back and do it again. 4:01 to go in the first half of play. Put a shoot a penalty. Offsides against the Lions. The Tigers they trail by 2, but they're going to line up well, now they are going to attempt to go for 2 here, and the reasoning there is because of the closer yardage because of the penalty. Half the distance to the goal.
And I like this. I mean, this is not very detrimental. I mean, even if the game ended up in a 1-point margin, we're still far enough away from the ending of the game to say something.
It makes sense here.
Yeah, I think so.
Here's a 2-point snap. Barczyk banging to the goal line. 2-point conversion is good. Barczyk bangs in. 4:01 to go in the first half. The Rockdale Tigers have tied the Franklin Lions 21-all From the Rockdale Country Foot Broadcast booth, you're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Nathan Bland with Rollo Insurance in Rockdale says, come see us and find the right coverage at the right price. They're an independent agency with dozens of carriers. Familiar names you know like Germania, Holheim Prairie, Nationwide, Allstate, and Progressive. Not only home and auto, but commercial, farm, and ranch. Nathan Bland will work with you at Rollo Insurance at 113 North Main in downtown Rockdale. Call 512-446-0001. Hey everybody, Gaddy's Pizza in Rockdale has their buffet open 11 till 2 and 5 till 8 every day. In addition, they have a bigger salad bar, pasta bar, and different pizzas. And the dining room is open. The drive-thru is always open. You can call in your order and it'll be ready when you get there. Call 512-446-2222 or order online at their website, MrGaddysRockdale.com. They're open 7 days a week.
For the Rockdale Country Foot Broadcast booth, Jay Davis, AJ Whiteside with you. The Rockdale Tigers and Franklin Lions are tied 21-all. With the kickoff to come, Danny Romero's kick. It's an onside kick. It's a hop, and it's covered up by the Lions at about the 44-yard line. Then the Tigers are just going to roll the dice and go for those onside kicks. We got here now you can see a shoot a total penalty flag down on the field at about the 40-yard lines. We'll check the flag there, and in the we get it quickly here. No, Mr. Referee. Let's see here. Yeah, they give you a hit fake. Oh, okay. Well, let's shoot a penalty, 5 yards for the offside. Let's get the touchdown summary there, Jay.
Okay, 9-play, 64-yard drive by the Rockdale Tigers ended up in a 2-yard touchdown run by the running back number 1, Kimara Spencer. And, of course, the 2-point conversion was made by Barczyk. We're tied up at 21. And the big play of that drive was just picking up first downs. I mean, just
and the big pass play down the sideline to the running back. Here's a toss right on 1st and 10 from the Tigers 48 after the penalty. Washington banging across 45 to about the 43-yard line. You said they were 9-play, 64 yards, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And, of course, the Lions have the football starting this drive in Tiger territory.
That's where the Tigers don't want to give them a short field.
I'm trying to tell you, and this is how you know that the Lions have a good offense. You don't give up a big run. Excited about he gave up on his second half. That's good.
He's a handoff on spinning left first down, 40 to the 35. Not down. It's down to about 30 line. 3:23 to go in first half. We're tied at 21. Lions are marching.
Exactly, and of course this is just something that they do, and Tigers has got to find some way to combat that.
When they run that standard slot T look, Coach Jeff Miller would say, watch the guards. 1st and 10, here's a handoff coming right to tackle 30, 25, spinning away, and a shoestring tackle literally brings him down across the 20, about the 19 on the carry for the Lions was Devin Adrago.
And of course,
he was an inch away from the touchdown.
Exactly, and of course, literally grabbing around the top of the shoes brought him down. Tigers need to stop a turnover in the worst way, because, like I said, you don't want to try to get into this punching match, this shootout match with the Lions.
First and 10 at the 20. Here's a handoff over the left side, banging across the 15 down to about the 14-yard line on the carry. Bryson Washington. He played. I'm sure that he played. Well, he was in the 20 playoffs. They played against Lexington. I think it was 20. They played against Lexington. I remember seeing him, and that was we saw that offense then, and they showed a lot more variation off the slot T then.
Exactly. And I'm trying to see, was that the game that we did?
We did a game, Lexington and Franklin. I'm pretty sure it was 20.
Yeah, I know that's when it was. I think that was in Brenham, I'm thinking.
I think you're right, absolutely. Here's a second down handoff up the middle, banging across down to about the 11-yard line. First man through, Colin Smitherman, the fullback, down to about the 11-yard line. 1:45 to go in the first half. 21-all, we're tied. The Tigers just standing toe-to-toe with Franklin right now.
Exactly, and of course, but you don't want to do this toe-to-toe dance too long. And this is really, I'm thinking.
His toes get stepped.
I'm really thinking this is only the second, third down. I can remember that the Lions had to.
Third and 2. Here's a handoff over the right side, banging over the right side across the 10. Flags fly down to about the 6-yard line. It's Bryson Washington. We will have a first down if the play stands. So the Pudowans shoot up a total penalty. And let's check the referee here. Wow, chop block against the Lions. That'll move them back. And that's for a running team. That's pretty big.
And that definitely that's going to help the Tigers' cause. You just have to. You get situations like this. You get penalties like this on a team like this. You got to take advantage of this somehow.
Tigers have to slam the door defensively here.
You have got to. Now, although I'm thinking they may still try to pick up a first down, have 2 downs or 4 down territory, what I'm trying to say, but that definitely helps. But it depends on what you do on this particular play.
They break the huddle at the 27, third down and 15, handoff over the right side across the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. Just across the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring a 4th down and 10. And if Tigers get a stop here, it'd be huge. I want to remind you, tonight's the second quarter brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale, investing in Rockdale and investing in you, providing transportation for the KRXT broadcast crew for all out-of-town Tiger games. And check them out. They'll be open tomorrow at 9. 39 seconds to go and clock running in the first half. Lions in no hurry here on 4th down. They're going to run down the clock and I guess look at I don't know if they look at a field goal here.
What I'm thinking, whatever they're going to do, they're just going to not give the Tigers an opportunity to respond if, in fact, they fail on converting the 4th down. That's what I'm thinking the situation is.
Coach Mark Fannin calls him over. Coach Jacob Campsey looks like he's kind of fired up a little bit. Timeout on the field. We're going to keep it right here. Timeout is brought to you by the Rockdale Tiger Booster Club. And take a look at some scores while we've got the opportunity here.
Taylor 35, Hamilton 7. And, of course, in other action, we have interesting score here. It is Troy 14 and McGregor 12. And I'm just really to see McGregor playing tonight, getting back out, trying to keep some normalcy going. Now, of course, we heard about the awful tragedy over there, but McGregor trails Troy 14-12.
And on that note, they canceled their sub-varsity games last night.
Which was a good move. Just prayers goes out to these people.
Absolutely right. The Lions are lining up for a field goal, and the Tigers want a timeout. Looked like they might have been. The Lions were going to set up for what looks like about a 36-yard field goal. Set a ball spotted at the 19. And we're going back and forth, and the officials talking with the Lions sideline.
And of course, got the player standing out there by himself on the sideline. That's something you may want to watch out for.
Another timeout. I think that's why Coach Jacob Campsey was gesturing.
Because they
emphatically.
Lions had a player straggling over to the sideline. I guess that's a word to use in that situation.
And that could be a legit, fake. He comes over like he's going to talk to the coach, and then he stops just long enough, take the snap, look at, oh, here's a pass over the top.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, I think the coaches have to be off the field, though. But I've seen that work to perfection at different levels, believe it or not.
So the Lions lining up here, and it looks like they're lining up to go for it.
Yeah, and see, I did not think that they were going to kick a field goal. They never did look like they had a field goal unit out there.
No, they did.
Never did. That never was a cross in their mind. But
here's a spread look for the Lions.
Tigers need to stop whatever this is going to be.
Two receivers to the left, wing to the right, snap back. And Washington's going to throwing left side for the end zone. The toss-up pass. It's intercepted. We got flags down. Put those penalty flags, as it looks like it's an interception in the end zone. And we'll sort out the flags. Tiger fans would wow when it looked like it was an interception. They may call pass interference. I don't know.
Well, we'll see. But, I mean, if it's pass interference, they're both fighting for the football. Let's see what they're going to call there. Tigers are backed up a little bit.
That was the first thought with the flags in that area. It didn't really look like defensive pass interference to me.
Yeah, well,
first glance.
That's why we are up here. But he's got the football and coming backwards, and look like he's going to step something off against the Tigers.
Huh. Okay. Whoops. I didn't catch that one. All right. So, whatever the case, it's
got 4 seconds.
I think they called an offsides. I think so. It's fourth down and very short, with only 4 seconds left on the clock.
Exactly. It had to be. Let me see. I thought it was holding, which was 10 yards. I'm thinking because it was just.
Here we go.
Now they're going to.
4 seconds left. And they're going to line up for a field goal. It'll be a 28-yard field goal from here.
And still need to watch some things. This is this is interesting towards the end here.
It's a big chess match going on right now. The third and final timeout called by Franklin. They've used all 3 of the timeouts here in this sequence.
And of course, I mean, good place to use them because you have the football, and this sequence had boiled down to 12 seconds, and that's what they were trying to do. Whatever they did, meaning Franklin, they were trying to keep the ball out of the hands of the Tiger offense also. That's why they let the clock run down from about 30-some-odd seconds down to 12 before they decided what they want to do with anything. So smart coaching there. I mean, it's just, got the chess moves going right now.
Timeout brought to you by the Rockdale Tiger Booster Club. So the Tigers come over and huddle defensively. And now they'll line up the ball just outside the 10-yard line. I think the penalty gave them first and goal, I think. Yeah, so it is first and goal, but only 4 seconds left. One way or the other, this will be the final play of the first half.
And this is what the Lions wanted.
So here we go. Tight end, 2 tight ends, and play action fake rolling out to the right, throwing for the end zone. The pass is wide open, caught for a touchdown. The pass is caught for Franklin by Bowen Menace.
And once
an 11-yard touchdown pass.
And you knew that it was going to be a pass. That was almost a gimme, but executed well by the Franklin Lions. But once again, penalties helped the Franklin Lions get this particular touchdown because Tigers had intercepted the ball, but tapped with a holding, I do believe.
The extra point pressure on the point, and the kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Time on the field, 5 seconds to go in the first half. Tigers trail 28-21 to the Franklin Lions. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Climate control, air conditioning, and heating is your local air conditioning, heating, and heat pump dealer with sales, service, and installations. Service, solutions, satisfaction, no sweat. Climate control, owned and operated by Nathan Doolish, located in Rockdale on West 79. Call 512-446-4020. Bossler Energy is a proud supporter of the Rockdale Tigers. The Bossler family has always been a part of Rockdale Tiger history. Their 3 children participated in Tiger and Lady Tiger sports, and Miller and Kathy are longtime supporters. Bossler Energy delivers the best solution for their customers' needs in the oil and gas industry. Just like the Rockdale Tigers, Bossler Energy is committed to high performance standards and family.
Kickoff for the Lions. Get back in for Tigers.
Hello, Rockdale Country Football Broadcast booth. Jay Davis, JT Whiteside with you. The Rockdale Tigers trail 28-21 to the Franklin Lions with 5 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the kickoff of the Lions. It rolls to the Tigers at about the 22. Owens bringing it back to the near side. Bouncing outside to the 30. Now tries to cut it back. Got a little Deion Sanders action there. Back the other way. Has some room. Flags fly. It's going to come back. Midfield, 45. Wow. A big hole across the 30. And robbed down about the 20. But we got multiple flags down. We saw those flags.
Yeah, either way, whatever happened, Tiger's not going to get a score out of that, because if it was not a flag, he was brought down. Time has run out.
Now the half expires.
Yeah.
The Tigers, the return, even if he was able to get in the end zone, it would not have counted. The penalty would have wiped it out.
That's why I come in that situation. I was glad he didn't make it to the end zone.
So that is the end of the first half. The Coach Jacob Campsey is fired up. The Tigers, a strong showing here in this first half. They trail. I know they didn't want to give up the last touchdown, but they only trailed 28-21 to the Franklin Lions at the half. We'll come back. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back with a look at the first half in a moment. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football from the Rockdale Country Football Broadcast booth on KRXT. Stay with us.
Just about everything is easier with people you know, especially when it comes to money.
Excuse me, sir?
Yes?
Could you loan me $1,000?
$1,000? I don't even know you.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. My name is Bill. Now will you do it? And no.
Oh! That proves it. It's easier to get things done with people you know. Citizens National Bank. Member FDIC. Community people you know.
Hello, my name is Jeff Johnson, and I'm the owner and operator of Rockdale Estates and Rehabilitation. We are your local skilled nursing facility located on Highway 79 on the west side of Rockdale. We want to be your choice for your family and loved one in your time of need. We offer short and long stay options to help you recover from the stroke, illness, or injury that has you down. We accept Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, and private pay options to assist you. We have a brand new building with large rooms and a state-of-the-art therapy department that is up for your challenge. Come by and visit with us or give us a call at 512-446-2548 and ask to speak with me or Susan McKenzie, our admissions director. We'll be happy to assist you.
Cafe Corner, a great convenience store and gas station, is conveniently located at Highway 79 and 487 here in Rockdale. They're open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. till midnight. They've got breakfast specials, your favorite beverages, snacks, and Valero gas. That's Cafe Corner, a great convenience store in Rockdale.
Welcome back to Tiger Field in Rockdale. Jay Davis, Edgy Whiteside with you. The Rockdale Tigers trailed at halftime 28-21 to the Franklin Lions. And the way this game went, the Tigers got on the board first. 21-yard touchdown run by Tim Grice. Extra point failed on a snap problem. Tigers led 6-0. 8:45 to go in the first quarter. Then Franklin responded. A 1-yard touchdown run by Bryson Washington made it 7-6 with 4:03 to go in the first. Tigers ended up bombing the kickoff. It was covered by Franklin at the Rockdale 30-yard line. That set up a 19-yard touchdown run by Ike Eaton. The extra point good, made it 14-6 with 2:23 to go in the first quarter. Then with 10:08 to go in the first half, a 43-yard touchdown pass on a double pass play. As the Tigers open up, Robert Owens throws a pass to DeAndre Stevens. He makes the reception out in the flat, and then throws the pass downfield to DeAndre Stevens for the touchdown. The extra point was good. Made it 14-13. The Tigers trail with 10:08 to go in the first half. Then with 9:02 to go in the first half, Franklin comes right back. A 33-yard touchdown run by Ike Eaton, extra point good. Made it 21-13 with 9:02 in the first half. 3-play, 56-yard drive. But the Tigers respond. A 9-play, 64-yard drive ends with a Kimar Spencer 2-yard touchdown run and the 2-point conversion run by Bladen Barczyk. Ties it up at 21 all. The Tigers they're able to Franklin marches down the field quickly, but they end up with 12 seconds left in the first half. They have the ball at the Rockdale 11-yard line. They throw an 11-yard touchdown pass to Bowen Menace for a 28-21 lead, and that's where we are at the half. Rockdale Tigers trail 28-21. But, so far, AJ, I tell you, we talked about, Coach Jacob Cassidy talked about the hope that last week's game against Tuscola Jim Ned would be, that quote-unquote Liberty Hill moment for the Tigers. And, when I say that, longtime Rockdale fans know the reference. 2007, the Tigers were, under Coach Jeff Miller, I think the Tigers were something like 2 or 3 and about 13 going into that game. And it's a year and a half, and they go in against the defending state champion Liberty Hill Panthers, against the slot T offense of Liberty Hill, and they bow right up to them and give them all they could handle. And from there, those young sophomores realized, hey, we could do something. The light came on, and then that started a huge run, a decade-long run for the Tigers that culminated in the 2017 title. And, the thinking is, Coach Cassidy made the reference to, actually before, after our interview show last week, we had talked about that, and then he made that reference to that Liberty Hill situation with this Tuscola Jim Ned game. But I think, if the Tigers can keep battling like this against state power Franklin, and if they can come out and keep battling and get the victory, I mean, that would be huge.
Exactly, and of course that would go a long ways towards the remaining games in the district. Back to the Jim Ned game. I know the Tigers worried about this game right now, but I really thought that they performed quite well. I really thought that was a hard-nosed football game. It was well fought, and I was telling some people, Tigers really just let that one get away, and that would have been a nice way to go into your bye week, but it didn't happen. They lost the game by 1. Of course, Jim Ned went for the win. They got it, but Tigers had a chance, we thought, to have the ball with 2 minutes, 2+ minutes left on the clock, and kind of messed the kickoff reception up, fumbled the ball. Jim Ned runs the clock out. And I thought that was a crushing defeat, but I knew that the boys would get over that, knowing that they had the Franklin Lions coming in. And this is the district game, and I think they're playing pretty well against the Franklin Lions. Franklin still probably the team to beat in the district. I think the district going to shape up to be a good one. Of course, we have Arena in there, and of course, Cameron Yo beat Arena last week, and that kind of really makes the district interesting. But anyway, what we were talking about tonight, I think the Tigers are playing a pretty good football game. Got to stay away from the penalties. Penalties can be hidden sometimes. Now, they actually had stopped Lorena here. We thought we were going in at 21-21, but made a mistake. Ball was intercepted in the end zone, given back to the Lions. With the 4th down and short, they went for it, got the touchdown. So that penalty cost the Rockdale Tigers a touchdown also. They just got to bounce back, forget about that, go in and regroup, come out, and play tough football, see what happens in the second half.
That's where we stand, 28-21. The Rockdale Tigers trail the Franklin Lions at the half. We'll take a break and go to the studio for our halftime reports. 28-21, the Rockdale Tigers trail the Franklin Lions. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger football for the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth on KRXT. Stay with us.
Rockdale Welding Supply at 2004 West Cameron Avenue has everything that the professional as well as novice welder needs. And they're your only local supplier of medical oxygen, which you can pick up 6 days a week. They're open Monday through Fridays from 8 to 5 and Saturdays from 8 to noon. So you don't have to travel out of town for your medical oxygen. It's right here in Rockdale at Rockdale Welding Supply. Come by and see Randy or Scott at Rockdale Welding Supply. Give them a call at 512-446-2810 or stop by and see them at 2004 West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale. Perry & Perry Builders has been specializing in commercial, structural, and miscellaneous steel since 1972, and they've completed projects in Alabama, Georgia, Nevada, Louisiana, Wyoming, and all over the state of Texas. They're based out of downtown Rockdale, and they'd like to take a moment to encourage our young men and women of the Central Texas area, and they're proud to support the Rockdale Tigers and help bring you tonight's game right here on KRXT.
Pruitt Insurance, located in the Texas Plaza in Rockdale, is a third-generation independent insurance agency that has been serving the insurance needs of Rockdale, Milam, and surrounding counties since 1981. Pruitt Insurance represents over 40 insurance companies, including names like Holheim Prairie, Germania, Travelers, Progressive, and Safeco. Stop by their office or call them today at 512-446-9600 to see how they can help you with your insurance program. Pruitt Insurance, a Rockdale tradition. Check out these loan specials at Rockdale Federal Credit Union. 6.99% up to $10,000 for 48 months. This special ends September 30th. Home equity loans are as low as 3.99%. All specials subject to established loan guidelines. Locations in Rockdale and Thorndale. All accounts insured up to $250,000. Member NCUA.
This is the KRXT Halftime Show. I'm Jay Davis. The Rockdale Tigers returned to the field after their open week last week. The Tigers' open week came after they dropped a heartbreaker to Tuscola Jim Ned 22-21 in a neutral site game at San Saba a couple of weeks ago. A loss can leave a bitter taste in the mouths of players. The Tigers fell short against Jim Ned and have been thinking about it ever since. Rockdale Tiger head coach Jacob Campsey says the Tigers were left hungry after the loss to Jim Ned.
After San Saba, they wanted to continue to play that game. You know, really, our kids really felt like they played 3.5 really good quarters, and walked off the field feeling like they deserved to win that football game. And so it was hard to have an off week after that game because they wanted to get back out on the field the next day and right the wrongs.
Campsey also says the Tigers have been looking forward to their opportunity to return to the field for game action.
So having said all that, it's been a long 2 weeks, and they're ready to get back on the field. These kids are extremely ready to get back out there and continue what they started a couple Fridays ago and playing some good football.
More the halftime show coming up on KRXT. Stay with us.
Julio's Mexican Restaurant, 1533 West Cameron in Rockdale, is a family restaurant serving up the best in Tex-Mex in the Central Texas area. Great appetizers, mouth-watering fajitas, enchiladas, combination platters, Mexican platters, and family favorites. Great service, too, at Julio's. Over 130 menu items at 2 locations in Hutto and Rockdale. Rockdale, 1533 West Cameron, and in Hutto at 560 Highway 79. Midway Grocery is a proud supporter of Rockdale Tigers sports, boys and girls. Jim and Shelley Eanes stand ready to serve you. They're open at 446 Murray in Rockdale with grocery products, candy, chips, and your favorite beverages. You can also find your favorite newspaper at Midway Grocery. 446 Murray, proudly supporting all Rockdale high school sports. Winnie L. Nursing and Rehabilitation in Cameron at 2104 North Carnes offers skilled nursing care and rehabilitation services. They offer short-term care, long-term care, physical therapy, hospice care, and respite care, accepting Medicaid, Medicare, and private pay. Call 254-697-4985 or go to their website, www.winnielnursing.com. Judith Matula doesn't just work hard, she also works smart. Judith Matula of Put Owens Judith Matula Realty participates in Texas Online, which specializes in rural real estate and the Austin Municipal Listing Service. So if you want to buy or sell, Judith has the resources to make things happen. And Judith is a member of the National Association of Realtors and the Texas Association of Realtors and adheres to their codes of ethics. Call Put Owens Judith Matula Realty today at 512-446-4243.
The halftime show continues on KRXT. The Tater Ducks have their open week in the schedule this week. The Ducks are 3-2 on the season. Following a season opening 1-point loss to Gatesville, the Ducks won 3 in a row, then fell to Gerald last week at home. The Ducks will come out of the open week to open district play against San Antonio Davenport next week. The Ducks have made use of the time during this open week. Tater Duck head coach Brandon Houston says the Ducks have the time during the open week to fine-tune.
You've got a week where you're not necessarily having to prepare a specific game plan, but really kind of just continuing to work on their football IQ. You know, hey, we spend a lot of time on, hey, it's 3rd and long. You know, what are we trying to do defensively in 3rd and long and offensively in 3rd and long?
Houston also says the Ducks added some fire to bye week by way of competition.
Things like that, and then we put a competitive nature to it so they understand, that what we're trying to get out of it so that their competitive juices are still flowing. You don't want a total off week or anything like that. So I thought, we got out of it what we wanted.
More the halftime show coming up on KRXT. Stay with us.
When trucking company management cuts corners or skimps on maintenance, it's the rest of the traveling public that pays. Some companies are notoriously skilled at hiding safety violations, and it takes experts who know what to look for to find them. No one wants to make it difficult for trucking companies to make a living. We just expect them to be good neighbors and good corporate citizens. If you or someone you love has been injured in a truck wreck, call Capellino, Dodd, and Krebs at 800-460-0606 or see our website at yourcarwreck.com.
Cafe Corner, a great convenience store and gas station, is conveniently located at Highway 79 and 487 here in Rockdale. They're open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. till midnight. They've got breakfast specials, your favorite beverages, snacks, and Valero gas. That's Cafe Corner, a great convenience store in Rockdale.
Texas Propane in Rockdale is a full-service propane company ready to serve your propane needs. Texas Propane is your best choice to get fast, professional, and reliable service. They've been serving the Central Texas area since 1984. Texas Propane can handle any of your propane needs. Call today to schedule the service you need. Texas Propane, a family-owned business. Call 512-446-4949 or 800-646-4949.
Here's a word from Tommy Standard, President and Chief Executive Officer of Standards Home Health. Home is a sanctuary. It's the place that you trust and feel comfortable. We understand at Standards, honor and respect that place. Standards is here to show you with their services you can find a friend and caregiver in Standards. Standards Home Health, 254-697-2224.
The halftime show continues on KRXT. The Thorndale Bulldogs Open District play tonight. The Bulldogs are in action against the Platonia Bulldogs at home. The Thorndale Bulldogs are looking for good things from their offensive line this year. Thorndale Bulldog head coach John Kovar says the Dogs have a really nice offensive line that continues to show growth.
I thought our offensive line is basically improving, week by week, and that's what you would like to see. They're a bunch of good kids that work pretty hard for us, and get after it out there. And they want to protect the quarterback, and they want to finish the run plays, and they're doing well for us. We're really pleased with them.
The Lexington Eagles are in action tonight as they play host to a neighboring school. The Caldwell Hornets come to town to face the Eagles after the Eagles open week last week. Lexington Eagle head coach Kirk Mull says the Eagles are ready to see if they can use the open week as a springboard into a great fall.
We want to take what we did in the off week and try to put it into our game plan and see if we can, the things that we put in, see if they're working, see if they they build off of what we've done and see if we can go out and execute those things.
More than halftime show coming up on KRXT. Stay with us.
Parsley's Food Service is a family-owned and operated food service serving Rockdale and surrounding area. Check out the great fish, barbecue, steaks, hamburgers, breakfast all day, and all American dishes for the family at Lee's Landing on West Cameron in the downtown area. Or if you want some really good chicken, rolls, and fried pies, you need to visit Chicken Express on West Cameron and Meadow. Yes, a Rockdale tradition for family dining. It's Parsley's Food Service, Lee's Landing, and Chicken Express. Texas Fajita at West Cameron and Meadow is now open Friday and Saturday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m.
Your Napa dealer on West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale specializes in those hard-to-find parts, from old car parts to that bearing for that treadmill. Whatever you need, they can probably find it for you. And don't forget, if you want to dress up your old car or truck, or if you just got a brand-new truck, they've got Nerf bars, bumpers, floor liners, rims, mud tires. And if they don't have what you need in stock, they've got trucks that deliver daily. That's at your Napa dealer on West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale. Call them at 512-446-2505.
Oriental Kitchen is open under new ownership. The new owners are dedicated to being your favorite Chinese restaurant. They're committed to serving you the freshest and tastiest Chinese cuisine at reasonable prices for your entire family. Dine in or take out. Open Monday through Friday, 11 till 4 and 5 till 9. Saturday, 4 till 9. Great service, great food, and generous portions at 1514 West Cameron in the Waymar Plaza. And they have those homemade desserts, too, at Oriental Kitchen in Rockdale.
5-Star Car Wash, located on West Cameron in Rockdale, announces 2 new machines. These machines will make your car or pickup shine like new. Check out their IQ Car Wash. You and your car will like the IQ Car Wash. It's smarter, cleaner, greener. And with 5-Star Car Wash, you get your choice of wash menu options. It makes it affordable, too. Entering is simple and easy. No guide rails to worry about. IQ Car Wash at 5-Star adjusts to your car size and shape. It reaches hard to get to areas. Your wheels are cleaned in every wash. Even the undercarriage is blasted using multiple nozzles. Check it out soon at 5-Star Car Wash. The Soft Touch and the Touchless, the IQ Car Wash. Also give your car a good vacuuming at 5-Star Car Wash.
I'm Jimmy the St. Christopher. Welcome to the TSN High School Football Spotlight. It's week 6 of the 2022 season. The Refugio Bobcats have advanced to at least the regional final in the 15 seasons since Jason Herring took over as head coach, winning a state title in 2019. What is his philosophy?
Well, I mean, the bottom line is I think it's about relationships. You gotta love kids, and you gotta love what you do to stay in this business, because you're not going to get rich, but you know, it's super rewarding, the relationships with coaches, the relationship with kids, and, you know, especially in a place like Refugio where our kids come from, many of them come from broken homes. You get a chance to be dad, father, counselor, friend, preacher, all in one. So it's real rewarding. I wouldn't want to do anything else.
Bobcats are off to another great start at 4-1 and 1-0 in 15 2A D1. After an opening loss to Hitchcock, Refugio has won 4 straight and have outscored Bloomington and Bishop 104-0 the last 2 games. Is having a lot of young players the biggest difference in this year's team compared to the 13-1 4-0 district team that lost to Shiner in the quarterfinals last season?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a super talented freshman, sophomore, and junior class, you know, but we lost a good bunch of seniors who had been starting for us for 3 years. In fact, they won state as sophomores in 19 last year. So, you know, on paper, we knew we were going to be kind of rebuilding just because of our youth, but we're extremely talented. We're just pups, and these puppies need to grow up. And when these puppies do grow up, one of these days, we're going to be a good football team.
Coming up, we'll hear what happened to last year's quarterback and how he is helping the team this year at different positions when the TSN High School Football Spotlight continues.
Hi, everyone. It's Rodney Anderson with Supreme Lending. I'm here to tell you there are some wonderful opportunities in today's housing market for people to go out and buy homes and get good deals. The first thing you have to do is be pre-approved up front. Sellers want to know, are you for real? Realtors want to know, are you for real? And I want you to know where your finances sit right now and what is the best loan option available for you. We handle loans for people buying primary residences, vacation homes, or investment properties. If you're in the market to buy a home, our goal is to close your purchase in 8 to 15 days. All it takes is one simple phone call to 1-800-EXPRESS. That's 1-800-397-7377. Or you can always go to rodneyanderson.com, and our goal is to close your purchase in 8 to 15 days.
With approved credit. Terms subject to change without notice. Equal housing lender NMLS ID 2129. Not affiliated with a government entity. MLO NMLS ID 196730. 3000 Village Parkway, number 400, Highland Village, Texas 75077.
Welcome back to the TSN High School Football Spotlight. Quarterback for the Refugio Bobcats last season, Caleb Hasseltine, was injured in the 7th game last season and gave way to Keelan Brown. His head coach Jason Herring rotating the two this season.
No, Keelan, we let him battle, and Keelan's been the QB. Hasseltine's playing. He's our backup quarterback, but he's playing a lot of defense at outside linebacker and also playing tight end, doing a great job for us. And so Keelan's only a sophomore still. He's still considered a pup, even though he had good experience last year. And we are extremely young, but the ceiling, I think I've told my coaches, I think this Refugio team may have the most upside and have a chance to be the most improved from week 1 to week 10 just because of our youth.
Junior wide receiver Ernest Campbell is a back-to-back 100-meter state champ in track, running a 10.6 and a 10.3 the last 2 years. He has 11 or 12 offers from really big schools. The running game is the most improved part of the team with a talented, experienced O-line and 4 or 5 RBs that Refugio rotates. The new stacked defense, not very big but very fast, led by junior linebacker Caleb Brown, with the key cog being nose guard junior Moore. Does Jason Herring see another battle with Shiner this season for the 15-2A D1 title?
Yeah, Grenada's ranked in the top 10, I believe. Shiner, there's no doubt it's going to be a tough district, but here's the bottom line. We're going to play Shiner week 8, and somebody's going to win it and end up probably being the district champ. And then as long as you take care of business, you're going to meet them again in the quarters and in the regional finals. And, the last 3 years, the winner of that game has gone on to win it all. We're kind of excited. The UIL put us and Shiner in the same district, but I kind of like it. I think it gives us a chance to gauge where we are week 8.
Next up for Refugio is a dangerous Three Rivers Bulldogs team for homecoming at Refugio. Thanks to Refugio head coach Jason Herring for being on this week's TSN High School Football Spotlight. I'm Jimmy, the St. Christopher.
The Rockdale Tiger Booster Club is dedicated to stimulating both interest among and interaction between students, parents, coaches, and community in support of school athletics at Rockdale High School. The Rockdale Tiger Booster Club reminds you, Tiger Fight never dies. In the 2021-22 school year, the Rockdale Tiger Booster Club spent over $50,000 to support all athletic programs. Rockdale Tiger Booster Club reminds you, Tiger Fight never dies. TFND.
Meet your friends at the ranch for great food and entertainment. The Ranch. Your favorites like burgers, fish, shrimp, hand-cut fries, onion rings. Meet your friends at the ranch with great food.
The ranch is open Wednesday through Saturday at 5 o'clock.
We welcome you back to Tiger Field in Rockdale. Jay Davis here wide side with you. The Rockdale Tigers trail Franklin at the half 28-21. Franklin a heavy-duty favorite, and I know there's a lot of chatter that around town that this might be just an awful tough game, but but the Tigers have come out, and I think part of it may be that as Coach Campsey said, AJ, that the guys just had that bitter taste from that Jim Ned loss, kind of hang on there with them through the bye week and into this week, and that kind of plays into part of it, and the Tigers have they've just come out and I just keep on comparing it to the Liberty Hill game in 07. They've come out and have just bowed up to Franklin and said, and the coaches have pulled out all the stops saying, hey, we're gonna let it all fly and go for it, and they're playing the kind of game that you need to beat a Franklin team.
Exactly. And I think the Tigers, of course, by now for sure, if not ought to be over the game 2 weeks ago. And I think they're coming out and putting up a good showing. Now, Franklin, once again, 3A Division I state champion last year. 3A Division II state champion last year. They've moved up to Division I this year to come back to the district. But I don't think they are as good. I mean, this is a positive thing. I mean, this is for Franklin. I don't think they are as good as they were last year, and that's saying something because they're still pretty good.
They are still dynamite.
And I still think they are probably the favorite for this district, to be honest with you, from what I've seen tonight. Very well coached, disciplined football team, plays hard, look good looking athletes. And of course, I think the Tigers are doing a good job. And of course, this could go a long ways with what they want to get accomplished this football season during this district also.
There's no question.
There's still a long ways to go. This is just the Tigers' first district game.
They come up with a strong showing here, especially in the second half. Win or lose, that could really set a positive table down the stretch.
Well, as I went down to get a drink, well, I probably shouldn't say that like that. I went down to the concession stand. I was talking to some fans, and I was just telling them this. I mean, this depends on how you finish this game. I'm not conceding anything. I think the Tigers could come back and possibly win this thing, but if they don't, I really think it goes a long ways as to how are you going to finish. Are you going to continue to bow up? You're going to continue to play hard. You're going to continue to put the ball in the end zone. This Tiger offense, really no problem. I mean, I have all the confidence in the world in them, but we've got to find some ways to make stops. No matter who you're playing, if you get into a shootout with somebody in that shootout is going to have to make a stop or two, and that's what the Tigers need to do. And to be honest, I don't think neither has actually stopped the other one yet.
No, it's been an offensive shootout so far.
Because there's been no punts. There's no series been down. I mean, turnovers on downs, anything. So really, Franklin's in the same boat also. But you really want to get some stops here.
The Tigers will kick it off. Franklin will have the ball to start the third quarter. Here's an onside kick once again, and it's covered up right at midfield. So we'll see how that develops. The third quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale. Investing in Rockdale and investing in you. They'll be up at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Go by and check them out. Lee and all the crew at Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale. They provide the transportation for the KXT broadcast crew for all out-of-town Tiger games.
Big series of downs for the Tigers on defense here. Seeking they stop this Lion offensive team.
Two receivers to the left, two backs to backfield, up under center. The handoff over the right side. Bang across midfield to the 45. Smitherman on the carry to about the 44-yard line. Pick up about 6 and bring up second down and about 4.
What I've seen, the Lions, they have an array of running backs that they can use. And that's what we've witnessed so far. And, of course, coming out running the ball as well.
Just underway third quarter, 28-21. The Rockdale Tigers trail Franklin. Franklin breaks the huddle quickly. Toss right over the right side, 45 to the 40. Down to about the 36-yard line is running back Bryson Washington. They'll have a first down for the Lions.
And, of course, Washington are replacing another dynamic back that the Lions had to help propel them to their state championship. And he looks just up to form also. I was trying to get a weight on the young man. He's a pretty stocky-looking young man.
First and 10 at the 36. When the man in motion at Washington, and a handoff up the middle. Tiger defense is all over the fullback on the carry up the middle. I think it was Smitherman on the carry, and the Tigers just plug up the middle on that dive play, give them nowhere to go, lost a yard.
And, of course, and that is the first time the Tigers have dropped the Lions for a loss of yardage. Of course, Lions lost some yardage on penalties, but had overcome them. Once again, back up to the line of scrimmage quickly.
Second down and 11, double wingback set. He's a toss left to Washington, coming around the left end of the 40 chase, 35 flags down, 30, and banged out of bounds about the 25-yard line. We'll check the total penalty flag.
And, of course, that one probably should come back. I'm not going to be the one say holding in on number whatever, but look like that is what that is going to be.
Let's check the official here, the referee.
Offense, number 82.
Okay.
Blocking the back against the tight end, Dean Rampy.
Okay. Blocking the back. And once again, anytime you get these guys going the other way, you need to find some way to come up with the stop. Tigers, they were in that situation just before the halftime, and we thought that we were going to go in, knot it up at 21, but it's 28-21 in favor of the Lions. And, of course, that's a big 10 yards. Tigers got to bow up and stop, just stop the run. I don't think the Lions throw the ball a whole lot. And the one time they did throw, that was something positive for them. So Tigers
from the 47, here's a fake and the option, kind of an option pitch out to the right side, coming around the end. Washington across the 45 down to about the 41-yard line. Kind of a triple it brought down there. Kind of a triple option look, almost kind of the slot tease version of that. And it pitched out to him to try to get wide around the perimeter of the defense. The Tigers slowed him down there.
Exactly, and of course kind of strung that out just a little bit. Slow developing play, but Tigers did a good job that time in stopping a big run.
A huge third down here. Third down at about 14 for the Lions. It's a handoff coming wide left. Washington breaks a tackle to the 30, 25. Hauled down across the 20. That'll be enough for a first down for the Lions, and he's the third down breaker right there.
And once again, we've seen this throughout the young football season, throughout the season. It's not too young anymore. Missed tackles. The Tigers had an opportunity to bring Washington down in the backfield, but he's just so big and strong, and they're reaching for his shoulder pad area, just could not bring him down.
9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tigers trail 28-21. First and 10 for the Lions at the 22-yard line, the 21-yard line, in fact. Wingback set to the left, goes in motion, handoff to the wingback. Washington cuts up the middle, has it at a 10 to the 5, rolls in. That's a touchdown, a 21-yard touchdown run for Bryson Washington.
And, of course, once again, done with ease and set up by set up by something negative. This time it wasn't a penalty. You had them back third down and long, and you had initial contact in the backfield, but he breaks the tackle and picks up a first down, and on the ensuing play, they put the ball into the end zone. That is just what they've been doing.
The extra point is good. Time on the field, 8:42 to go in the third quarter. The Rockdale Tigers trail 35-21 to the Franklin Lions. For the Rockdale Country for broadcast booth, you listen to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Oh, no, the sewer's backed up. It's going to take days to get a plumber out here. Well, not so if you call the highly rated Bradley Plumbing. They offer same-day sewer cleaning and small repairs. They're local and family-owned, been serving Milam County for over 30 years. They can do everything from fixing a dripping faucet to plumbing a new home. They're also licensed to work on propane gas systems. And tell them that you heard about it on KRXT. You'll receive $20 off your next service. Call Bradley Plumbing in Cameron at 254-697-3354. That's 697-3354 for Bradley Plumbing.
If you're on a budget this season, let Eric Paulson and his crew at Rockdale Country Ford find the car of your dreams from their quality pre-owned models. Rockdale Country Ford's selection is reliable, coming with a Carfax history report for peace of mind. It's all at prices that won't break the bank. Find out more about Rockdale Country Ford's used inventory, as well as current promotions on OEM or Motorcraft parts and accessories. Go to RockdaleCountryFord.com. At Rockdale Country Ford, hot deals are always in season.
The Tigers on the return, a pop-up kick along the left sideline of the 40, cuts it back, 45, and then brought down. A shoestring tackle about the 45, about the 44-yard line. Like it was for the Tigers on the return. It was Tristan Galvan. Let's get the touchdown summary with AJ.
Okay, 51-yard touchdown drive, that is, in 9 plays. Ended up in a 29-yard touchdown run by Washington. Kick good, increasing the lead now to 35 to 21. It's the Franklin Lions 35 and the Rockdale Tigers 21. Tigers now on offense, see what they can do. Once again, I don't think either team has punted tonight.
Tigers 1st and 10 for their own 43. 3 receivers to the left. Inside handoff up the middle. Rice stacked up, brought down about the line of scrimmage. And the Titan Lions think they have it. And let's see. No indication. Coach Jacob Campsey indicating that he's saying he was down. No indication from the officials yet. The referee is talking to the officials. It's first down play.
The only thing that could happen, the ball been taken out of the player's hand. Let's see what they're going to call here.
It is officially Franklin ball on a fumble. Wow.
And that is just going to kill you. Your defense just come off of the field, and you give them the football right back. I didn't see the ball come out, but you saw the reaction from the Franklin players immediately pointing towards their end zone, and whatever happened is going to did give the football back to the Lions, and now you really have to step up and play some defense right now. Not only that you give the ball back to them, you give it to them in your territory.
So the Lions will start 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line with 8:25 to go in the third quarter. Tigers trailing at 35-21. Lions break the huddle quickly up under center, double wing back set. Wide out to the left with a man in motion. And off first man through, coming, tries to cut it back up the middle. Tiger defense has him at about the 45-yard line of scrimmage and no more. Jackson on the carry, in no gain, might have lost here. I'll bring up 2nd down. Landon Pounders gets in on the stop of the Tigers.
And, of course, that's one of the rare times that the Lions will play from behind the chains, and that's not a whole lot, but you need a lot more of that. Tigers, if they could come up with a defensive stop here. That's
2nd down and 11. Here's a handoff coming right to Washington. Has some room. Breaks a tackle to the 40. Brought down about the 37-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 3. And he's like, he's like an automatic 3rd down conversion, basically.
Yeah, that is what we've seen a whole lot of. And, of course, he put his team in great situations also. Not only does he do that, but you got to give the guys up front some credit also, because they are opening up some holes and executing well.
Tiger defense not able to, having trouble slowing down Washington in this run game. 3rd down at about 3. It's a toss right to Washington. Coming around the right end. They have some room. 1st down to the 30. 25 breaks a tackle to the 20. Brought down about the 19-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Lions are in the Ranch red zone. I think it was Morrell came up to make the stop of the Tigers.
Exactly. And, of course, once again, you can't arm tackle him and bring him down. That's just not going to – that's not a good recipe for you.
I think it was unsportsmanlike conduct. Put him on shoot up a total penalty against the Tigers, I believe, for unsportsmanlike conduct. I think, I'm not sure, but penalty against the Tigers, it'll be a 1st down, automatic 1st down for the Lions. And that one hurts.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you don't need to help them out, put the ball any closer, because give yourself a fighting chance there.
A huge penalty, so Tigers will see the Lions set up in, it'll be 1st and goal just inside the 10-yard line with 7:06 to go in the third quarter. Tigers trailing at 35-21.
And, of course, this drive started from the fumble, and the Lions retained possession.
Right at midfield.
Right at midfield.
First and goal is a toss. Left has room across the 5 down to about the 3-yard line. Ike Eaton on the carry down inside the 5 to about the 2 is where it's spotted. And it'll be second and goal at the 2. This game is kind of on a tip right now. You know, it can tip either way.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tigers need to keep them out of the end zone.
Break the huddle, second and goal at the 2. Handoff over the right side, bang into the goal line. 2-yard touchdown run. Colin Smitherman on the carry for the touchdown, and Franklin converts another Tiger turnover for a touchdown. Smitherman on the carry, and it's going to be a 3-score lead with 6:16 to go in the third quarter.
Just cannot give them extra help, and the turnover was definitely not helping. And right before halftime, when it looked apparent like you would go in at a 21-21 tie, and you commit a penalty, then give them the football back, and on the last play of their drive, they scored a touchdown to go up, and that was detrimental because they come out of the locker room with the football, and they've scored then also.
The extra point was good, but the flag is down, and so we'll check the flag, and the officials talking it over. The referee talking to the Lions sideline. Get the signal from the referee. Personal foul. I think that was just the way they went about the block there. So, time out on the field, 6:16 to go to the third quarter. The Rockdale Tigers trail the Franklin Lions 42-21. From the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth, you listed to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Catherine Rodham is a multifaceted realtor who specializes in residential, land, and light commercial real estate. Catherine and her husband, Ward, were both born and raised in the Rockdale community and are deeply invested in the good of Rockdale and Milam County. Catherine evaluates the real estate market on a continuous basis to ensure every seller or buyer is assured to get the very best deal. Call Catherine Rodham at Keller Williams for all your real estate needs. 979-324-6891 or email her at krodham@kw.com.
42-21, the Rockdale Tigers trail, 6:16 to go in the third quarter. And the personal foul penalty, I believe it was for the way the Tigers lined up to block the extra point. So,
and here you have to be on mind, although the Lions enjoy a 21-point 3-score lead, you have to be on guard against them doing wanting the football back also. They could really be trying to put a dagger because they are
because of the field position. It automatically leads to that.
Exactly.
Here is a kind of a pooch kick, and it's covered up by the Tigers and about their own 28-yard line.
And good move because likewise, like a normal situation, the ball just has to travel the 10 yards. And you've seen instances where teams where they got a penalty and they're already kicking from your from your end of the field almost. But anyway, Tigers need to really bear down and get something going there. It's going to be a difficult hill to climb, but the hill is there.
They have to score on this drive. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 29-yard line. The lineup in the gun from the left hash. Tight formation, 2 receivers on each side. Barczyk looking things over. The man in motion, play action fake, rolling out to his right, throwing a pass on the run, down the field, pass caught to the 40, 35 to the 30, and pushed out of bounds. No, breaks the tackle, still going. And pushed out of bounds. He's going to be marked out of bounds at about the, looks like. Come on, line judge, where are you at? The 9-yard line.
Big play by the Rockdale.
Officially at the 8.
Okay, about the 8-yard line. That was a nice long play.
Just what the doctor ordered for the Tigers.
And see, this is what This is what is frustrating. I really believe this Tiger offense could match up with anybody, and I do mean anybody in this district, but it's just going to have to play some defense and get rid of the penalties, because scoring and moving the ball has not really been an issue.
First and goal for the Tigers in the Ranch red zone from the 9-yard line. 6:04 to go in the third. Tigers trail 42-21. Play action fake. Barczyk rolling out to his right under pressure. Nowhere to go. He'll throw the ball away.
Good job.
Right at the just past the line of scrimmage, so he was outside the pocket and got past the line, so it won't be intentional grounding.
Good job by not taking the loss there.
And there comes a late flag. I think they're going to look at intentional grounding anyway. I thought he got outside the pocket, and I thought it got past the line of scrimmage.
It's kind of late to be looking at that.
It was awfully late to toss the flag there. Apparently they'll pick it up. No penalty. Yeah, I think that was the issue.
First of all, it was rather late, but I thought it was a good play by Bladen there to just get rid of the football, not take the
Second
sack.
and goal at the 8 in the gun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 wide to the left, alone on the left. Here's a fake. Gibbs coming left, has room with a 5 down to about the 3-yard line. Tim Grice on the carry for the Tigers.
And I like that play. I just think they probably should just run something like that again. There's no need to try to do anything fancy, even put the ball in the end zone. I just think this offense can actually run the football. They've demonstrated that tonight.
Third and goal at the 3 in the gun. 2 receivers tight to the right, 2 tight, 1 tight to the left, wing back to the right. Mark Spencer's back. Bill Barczyk takes a snap, will keep coming left, reaching for the goal line. He's brought down at the 1. And that'll bring up a 4th and goal at right about the 1-yard line.
And of course, once again, just go for it, run that same play. I mean, like the big guys in the trenches just need to do their job, need to get a push. Tigers need to get this ball into the end zone because they really need a touchdown. I like the idea that they're going for this.
There's no choice. They have to. Down 3 scores in the gun. 4th and goal at the 1. Snap back. Barczyk will keep coming left, reaching, bang to the goal line. Touchdown, Braden Barczyk.
I'm going to just keep saying this. I mean, you just have confidence when you got that young man on your football team. And I knew if they would call his number, he's going to get it in there. That kid just has a nose for the goal line, the first down marker. He runs, he quarterbacks as if he's a running back. What a tough athlete.
And so the extra point to come. 4:45 to go in the third quarter. Good snap and hold. Pressure on the extra point. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Time on the field for the Rockdale Country Foot Broadcast booth. The Rockdale Tigers trail 42-28 to the Franklin Lions. Don't go away. You're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football on KRXT. Stay with us.
If you're looking to build a new home, remodel your existing home, or just give your home or business a fresh coat of paint, Bland Construction would love to give you a quote. For over 41 years, Bland Construction has proudly served the Rockdale and surrounding areas and proudly supports the students, student athletes, and school staff of all surrounding districts. Give them a call at 512-446-2693 or visit their website, www.blandcc.com. Good luck, Tigers and Lady Tigers. Looking for personalized gifts for all special occasions, embroidery, custom vinyl, and custom print items? You'll find it at Two Doors Down Embroidery, 229 North Main in Rockdale. Stop in today and shop Two Doors Down. Open Monday through Friday, 10 until 5. Owner Kathy Perry invites you to come in. Call 512-543-5090 or email twodoorsdownembroidery@gmail.com.
From the Rockdale Country Foot Broadcast booth, J. David City Whiteside with you. The Tigers trying the onside kick, and it's covered up by Franklin at about the Tiger 49-yard line. Let's get the touchdown somewhere with AJ.
Okay, a nice drive started at the 29-yard line, 71-yard drive, and a big play of that was a long pass down to the 8-yard line, but ended up in a 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Bladen Barczyk. The kick was good by Romero, and of course this 28, should have said 42-28. The Franklin Lions still leads by 2 scores, 42-28, and that was a 7-play drive.
4:44 to go in the third quarter. The Rockdale Tigers trail 42-28 to the Franklin Lions. Franklin starts 1st and 10 at midfield, up under center. 2 receivers to the left, 2 backs in the backfield. There's a handoff up the right side, slips through as breaks the tackle. 45 to the 40, chase to the 30, to the 20, to the races, to the 10, to the 5, to the goal line. That'll be a touchdown. .25, Colin Smitherman on the carry. 49-yard touchdown run. Wow.
And I really did not get the touchdown summary out good there, so that one will be easy to give.
So the extra point to come. It's been an offensive battle, of seesaw battle, but the Tigers have just had those a few, a turnover, a fumble here, and a penalty there, and it's just been so costly. The extra point to come. The snap and hold. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Time on the field. 4:34 to go in the third quarter from the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth. The Rockdale Tigers trail the Franklin Lions 49-28. You listen to Rockdale Tiger football on KRX. Stay with us.
When you have an accident, take your vehicle to the place more and more Central Texans trust, Scott's Body Shop. They'll repair and replace what is needed and paint with the greatest of expertise. You won't even know the accident happened by looking at your truck or car. And Scott's Body Shop will work with your insurance company. Can't afford to be without a vehicle? Reserve Scott's loaner car. That's Scott's Body Shop on Highway 77 just north of 79 in Rockdale. Phone 446-7391.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
At your CarQuest in Rockdale on West Cameron Avenue, they can do front-end alignments on cars, trucks, and dualies. Can't stop? That's the brakes, and that can mean life or death. They can fix that for you, and you can get that work with 6 months, 0% financing with approved credit.
Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
And your CarQuest in Rockdale is celebrating 40 years in business.
Rockdale Tigers trail 49-28 to the Franklin Lions with 4:34 to go in the third quarter. Touchdown summary coming up in just a moment. For the Lions, the kickoff deep to the 30, 35 to the 40 sideline, and brought down about the 44-yard line. Tristan Galvan on the return. Let's get to touchdown summary there, Jake.
Okay, could have given the last 2 touchdowns together, but that was a one-play 49-yard run by Smitherman to put the Lions further out in front once again by 3 scores. 49-28 is the new score, and that's it. That was a quick one, just as quick as he made it. Quick summary there. Of course, Tigers, once again, still nobody has really stopped the other team yet.
77 points so far collectively on the board here. In the gun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left from the left hash. At the 44, snap is back. Barczyk will go deep down the left side. A receiver is there, makes the catch to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! Robert Owens making the catch.
Now,
44, that's going to be 56 yards.
And I will say it again, this offense, look out. I mean, we could just find some way to get a slowdown here and there. I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. 56 yards to Robert Owens.
You got your calculators, your abacuses, and your...
Wow.
We're gonna roll some numbers this evening. Here's the extra point. Kick is on the way, which could be so crucial down the stretch here. The kick is good. Time on the field. 4:22 to go in the third quarter. The Rockdale Tigers trail the Franklin Lions 49-35. From the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth, you listen to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Nathan Bland with Rollo Insurance in Rockdale says, come see us and find the right coverage at the right price. They're an independent agency with dozens of carriers. Familiar names you know like Germania, Holheim Prairie, Nationwide, Allstate, and Progressive. Not only home and auto, but commercial, farm, and ranch. Nathan Bland will work with you at Rollo Insurance at 113 North Main in downtown Rockdale. Call 512-446-0001. Hey everybody, Gaddy's Pizza in Rockdale has their buffet open 11 till 2 and 5 till 8 every day. In addition, they have a bigger salad bar, pasta bar, and different pizzas. And the dining room is open. The drive-thru is always open. You can call in your order and it'll be ready when you get there. Call 512-446-2222 or order online at their website, MrGaddysRockdale.com. They're open 7 days a week.
Daniel Romero for the kickoff of the Tigers. Again, onside kick, and it's covered up by the Lions at the Tiger 49-yard line. Let's get to touchdown summary with AJ.
Okay, 56-yard drive, one play, 56-yard touchdown pass from Bladen Barczyk to Robert Owens, and the kick was good. Tigers closed the gap 35-49. 35-49 is the new score here.
At some point, you got to think the Tigers have to put the Lions back in their own territory as they're giving up. They're giving you up you half a field very quickly.
And we've seen this. I always had a philosophy, for whatever reason, coaches do that because they don't want to avoid the big return. But most of the time, the return would end up where you got to have the ball anyway.
Yep, first and 10 at the 49, handoff up the middle, across the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. That'll a gain of about 11. That'll be enough for a first down for the Lions.
Now, I'd much rather kick the ball deep, and because you do still work on special team and kickoff coverage. I think I do know that, and I'd rather just take the chance on a kickoff return because that doesn't happen a whole lot. And if they're going to return the ball, most of the time they would return it to where you're giving it to them anyway. But they have reasons for doing that. We've seen that over the years. That's just that is what they do most of the time.
First and 10 for the Lions at the 38-yard line. There's a handoff over the right side. Big man Washington outside across the 30 down to about the 28-yard line. It'll be right at the sticks, close to a first down. It will be enough for a first down for the Lions.
Of course, Washington just keep on going.
3:20 to go in the third quarter. The Rockdale Tigers trail the Franklin Lions 49-35, a two-score game. And it has been obviously 84 points in offensive shootout. The Tigers have held serve more or less with the Lions, but a couple of plays, a fumble and a penalty, as we noted.
That's the only time Rockdale has actually been stopped, and I'd still say it's still happening right now. Neither offense has stopped neither defense.
First and 10. Here's the handoff over the left side, inside across the 30 down to about the 26-yard line. Tiger defense steps up and gets a stop in there. Landon Pounder's leading the way for the Tigers. Isaiah Saul's in there on the stop as well. Gain about a yard, bring up second and 9, and that's what you want to get a slot T.
And I'll tell you one thing about two running teams, and whenever you do pass the ball, you complete it. The clock tends to, just keeps going. Doesn't tend to. That's the nature of the design of the game.
And when you're so focused on running the defense close in on the run game, your receivers on the perimeter are going to find wider spaces to work. Here's a slot left. Here's a handoff over the left side. We got whistles and flags. Put Owens Judith the total penalty flags fly before the play, and this play stops. Looks like it's going to be against the Lions. It looks like for a false start. Here's the referee. Yep.
And the difference has been also, now always, we like to put things on penalties also. I mean, they do stymie drives and cause you to have some negative results, but the Lions, they've had a few penalties also, but the difference has been
And the difference has been Washington.
Yeah, maybe.
Second down and
exactly.
long. Here's a toss to Washington coming around the left hand. Flags flying in at the 30. 25 breaks the tackle. 20 down to about the 19-yard line. He's in line to pick up the first down. Bud will check the flag.
And, of course, I was going to say, whenever they had a setback, they somehow would overcome that.
I think that's somehow war number 15.
Oh, yeah. And then when you get fixated on number 15, then you're going to have somebody else who is pretty skilled that could do some damage also.
This penalty is going to be against the Lions. This will be a hold against the Lions. And so they'll bring it back from the original line of scrimmage, bring it back 10 yards. And so it's going to be a second down and I think downtown Cameron to go here. This one again. This is one of those where you just cannot let the Lions get the conversion. Well, they have to hold.
Well, as long as you say don't let them up off the deck, because that has been burning me for about 4 years. When I say that, something happened. You can't let them pick up the first down.
Second down and long. Here's the toss and a reverse. Fumble, the ball's loose on the ground. The Tigers think they have it.
And they do.
Let's see. We'll wait for the official word.
Well, we don't know yet.
Unpiling them. Tiger football, a big play, a turnover. Franklin tried to reverse.
Yeah, a little
it was Isaiah Sauls coming up with it.
And the reverse, the second part of the reverse just never did materialize. And the ball was on the ground, and the Tigers actually did a good job with that. And that may have been something that the Tigers probably had. They kind of helped cause that fumble because actually they were in the backfield. I don't think the reverse would have netted.
Well, they were going to get it for a loss to begin
exactly,
with. First and 10 from the 43 is a keeper by Barczyk up the middle, and the Lions stack him up and stop him for no gain. It'll bring up second down. They maybe got a half yard, bring up second down and about 9.5.
Well, if that didn't do anything else, it took the ball out of the Lions' hands. That's for sure. Tigers need to take advantage of this. The Lions, that's their version of their turnover. But that was a very well-read play by the Tiger defense. Saul's coming up with the recovery.
Second down and about it's second down at about 9 now. In the gun, Tigers look over to the sideline for the call. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left from the right hash. Barczyk looking things over, takes a snap, and off up the middle, and going nowhere. Tim Grice might have lost half yard. Will bring up third down and long 9. So, Tigers in need of a play here on third down. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Tigers trailing at 49-35. I want to remind you, transportation to the KRSU broadcast crew provided by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale. Investing in Rockdale, investing in you. They'll be open tomorrow at 9 a.m. Check them out at Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale. Barczyk back to throw on third down and long. Rolling out to his right, throwing the pass right side. Rice trying to come back and reach for it, but it's incomplete. They'll bring a fourth down, and a golden opportunity is going to go by the wayside.
Exactly, of course, but at least we probably will see the Tiger punt team for the first time.
Nine seconds to go in the third quarter. Tigers trailing at 49-35. They'll line up for the punt, presumably. Well, look like Barczyk is going to. They're lined up. They're going to go for it. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fourth down and 9 from their own 44. Snap back. Barczyk rolling out to his left, rolling and throwing on the run, and it's out of bounds, incomplete. And the Tigers turn over on downs. That's a big gamble that that comes up empty.
Yeah, I thought for sure they're going to bring out the punting unit on that, but I guess that's why I am up here. And they decided to kind of roll the dice and try to pick up the first down.
4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Tigers trailing at 49-35.
And I always like to pay homage to some of our listeners listening from around the country. Really want to say hello to Leanna Gardelia. Always listening to us broadcast Tiger football. I actually got a good game going here. Of course, I have some of my broadcast partners who does other broadcasts. They're off tonight. They're tuning in.
First and 10 at the 44. Handoff coming left. Big hole. Breaking away. Went away to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. That's a touchdown. First man through, Colin Smitherman takes it. That'll be a 44-yard touchdown run, and that one stings.
Exactly, particularly when you had just gotten the turnover. And, I mean, it was he was not even touched. 44 yards.
44-yard touchdown run by Colin Smitherman. The extra point to come. And with zeros on the clock for the third quarter. Good snap and hold. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Time on the field. End of the third quarter, the Rockdale Tigers trail the Franklin Lions 56-35. In the Rockdale Country Football broadcast booth, you listen to Rockdale Tiger football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Climate Control reminds you they can come out and give your heating and air conditioning system a fall checkup and cleanup. They also offer duct cleaning and discounts for seniors, emergency services personnel, and the military. Climate Control is your authorized dealer for Trane, Lennox, Carrier, and Jim Air. Climate Control. Call them soon at 512-446-4020. Bossler Energy is a proud supporter of the Rockdale Tigers. The Bossler family has always been a part of Rockdale Tiger history. Their 3 children participated in Tiger and Lady Tiger sports, and Miller and Kathy are longtime supporters. Bossler Energy delivers the best solution for their customers' needs in the oil and gas industry. Just like the Rockdale Tigers, Bossler Energy is committed to high performance standards and family.
44 yards. Getting the numbers down here as we get set for the kickoff. Start of the fourth quarter after the Franklin Lions score. The ensuing kickoff to come. Tigers trail it 56-35. Start of the fourth quarter. Jay Davis, J.J. Whiteside with you from the Rockdale Country Club broadcast booth. Kickoff from the 5-yard line, taken by Robert Owens across 25 to the 30, breaks the tackle, 35 to the 40, pushed out of bounds, about the 44. It's awfully close to the sideline. I don't think they'll throw the flag on that one, but good return for the Tigers.
Okay, and of course the quick drive 44-yard touchdown run by Colin Smitherman. Called his name a lot tonight also, and that was one play, and 56-35 is the score now. And Lions have been scoring these type of points in all of their ball games, and really you could see why. At least the last couple of games, I think they scored 65 last week against their opponent.
So Tigers first and 10 for their own 45-yard line in the gun. Empty backfield, wing back right. Snap back, Barcher quick pass out in the right flat, complete to Robert Owens. 45 midfield. To the 45 and out of bounds. That's very close to a 5-star Colorado first down for the Tigers. It will be enough for 5-star Colorado first down.
I'm telling you, those are high percentage passes, and Tigers really could do that all night. But that would be a great combination if the defense steps up and gets some stops, because we see what this group can do on the offensive side of things.
I was justified in my skepticism there. They ended up a yard short to bring a second down and a yard there in the gun. Wing back to the right. Grice comes in motion. There's a draw to Grice up the middle. Breaks a tackle. 45 down to about the 43-yard line. It'll be enough. Mark him at the 44-yard line. It'll be enough for a 5-star Colorado first down for the Tigers.
Now, would you agree that the Tigers' offense could be something to be reckoned with?
No question that the Tigers have a lot of firepower, and they're showing it tonight for sure. Just have to see how that proceeds here. In the gun, empty backfield, wing back left, 4 wides, 2 to each side. Bryce in motion again into the backfield. Snap back. Barczyk wants to go deep down the left side. Owens is there, but it's overthrown incomplete. The timing seemed to be off, and Barczyk hesitated and kind of pumped and then threw it downfield. And the timing to throw it downfield to Owens just was off track.
Exactly, and of course, probably just as well as that was off track, because had the receiver there and the defender. When Bladen gets the football, he tosses it and spins it to get it in position to throw it, but he has that down pat.
2nd down and 10. Here's a give to Owens coming right, wants to throw. Now Franklin chases him along to the sideline and pushes him out of bounds. He wanted to, it took him around the right end, and he looked to throw, but there was just no chance to throw it.
Nowhere to go. And of course, the Lions read that after being burned before by the running back or receiver throwing the ball downfield to another receiver.
Yeah, Owens threw that one to DeAndre Stevens in the first half. Here it's 10:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Tigers trailing at 56-35 to the Franklin Lions. Tigers have a 3rd down and 10 at the 43 of the Lions in the gun. Empty backfield, wing back to the right. 4 wides, 2 to each side. Barczyk looking things over, takes a snap back to throw. Now rolls to his left. Throws pass on the run, complete to the 30, out of bounds. That's Eric Shepard stepping out of bounds. That'll be enough for 5-star call. That's 1st down for the Tigers for Shepard.
And, of course, Rockdale has been pretty proficient at picking up 3rd down, first downs, picking up 1st down on a 3rd down play.
3rd down conversion.
Exactly. And, of course, and not all of them have been the short variety. You don't want to make a living or make a habit of picking up 1st downs on 3rd down and long, but they've done a pretty good job. But we tend to have the tools to do that, but I still say you need to stay away from that.
Owens comes out for a breather. He's a little gassed after a couple of long plays. Empty backfield. 5 wides, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Snap is back. Barczyk on the keeper coming right across the 25. Banks his way down to about the 21-yard line. And brought down. Gain of about 7 yards on the play. Bring up 2nd down about 3 at the 21-yard line.
And they've been doing a good job of picking up decent yardage on 1st down. This is the best that I've seen them do that. And, of course, that started with the Jim Ned contest, picking up 3 and 4 yards on 1st down. You'll take that all night long.
2nd down at about 3 in the gun. One back to the backfield inside. No, a keeper by Barczyk coming around the left end of the 20. Banks his way down to about the 16-yard line. That'll be enough for 5-star Commonwealth's 1st down. The Tigers are in the Ranch red zone. 9:25 to go in the ball game. Tigers trailing at 56-35. They'll set the chains. Ball spot at the 16-yard line. Tigers will line up in the gun. 3 receivers to the left. 1 lone receiver wide right from the left hash. Barczyk looking things over. The Tigers look over to the sideline for the call. Offense lines up, defense reacts, and then the coaches make the play call. 1st down and 10 at the 16. Barczyk on the keeper across the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. A little hesitation run there by Barczyk.
Yeah, he does a good job with that, and so does Kimara Spencer. They know how to jump stop and pick their holes and pick the spots where they want to go. They do a good job with that. And that's where you got the chuckle from, because I thought he was dead to right, not going to get anything. He ended up picking up about
3
yards.
2nd down and 7 from the left hash. Snap back. Barczyk back to throw. Throws a fade left side. Receiver is there. Is it caught? It's caught for a touchdown. The pass is caught for a touchdown. In the end zone, making the catch is Tim Grice. Now the officials are talking it over. Grice saying it's a touchdown. I thought it might have been trapped. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, they're putting the ball down at the, what was the original line of scrimmage? It must be a touchdown. They're putting the ball down.
And here comes the extra point team, and the Tigers are in the end zone.
Well, I mean, because they were at about the 15, 19-yard line somewhere, and there was
16-yard touchdown pass.
And I still had
to Grice. I never saw the officials' arms go up. Never. The extra point is on the way, and the kick is good. Time out on the field with 8:17 to go. Hold on to your hats. We're not done yet. 8:17 to go in the ball game. Tigers trail 56-42. From the Rockdale Country Football Broadcast booth, you're listening to Rockdale Tiger Football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Just about everything is easier with people you know, especially when it comes to money.
I never heard of an investment counselor with an office in a motel room.
It is rather strange.
Yeah? What do you want? We're here about the investments. Oh, yeah, the investments. Did you bring your checkbook?
It just makes sense to invest with people you know. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC, community people you know.
Hello, my name is Jeff Johnson, and I'm the owner and operator of Rockdale Estates and Rehabilitation. We are your local skilled nursing facility located on Highway 79 on the west side of Rockdale. We want to be your choice for your family and loved one in your time of need. We offer short and long stay options to help you recover from the stroke, illness, or injury that has you down. We accept Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, and private pay options to assist you. We have a brand new building with large rooms and a state-of-the-art therapy department that is up for your challenge. Come by and visit with us or give us a call at 512-446-2548 and ask to speak with me or Susan McKenzie, our admissions director. We'll be happy to assist you.
Boy, you don't know how much I wish Jason Hollinger were listening to the game streaming right now, because if he was keeping stats on his computer, as he used to do for when we were a three-man crew for some of those games, his computer would just be smoking right now. It'd be smoke coming out of it. The Tigers trail it 56-42, 98 points scored so far, 8:17 to go. The Tigers with a deep kickoff. Now, here's a live ball. Goes into the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
There you go. I like that.
So the Tigers change up the strategy there and kick it deep. Let's get to touchdown center.
Okay, 55 yards covered in 9 plays. Ended up in a 16-yard touchdown pass from Bladen Barczyk to Tim Grice. And, of course, the point after touchdown was made 42-56. Rockdale trails. It's Franklin 56, Rockdale 42.
Jason, of course, is now in Lufkin, serving at a church there, the Church of Christ ministry there. He was a preaching minister at Murray Street Church of Christ when he was here and did radio work for KRXT. First and 10 for the Lions from their own 25. Toss left around the left end, but has a big hold at the 30, 35, 40, brought down about the 42-yard line. Mark him at the 44-yard line. It'll be enough for a first down for the Lions. Just a toss there.
And you say just a toss, so that's a big deal when you talking about that young man. And of course, hadn't been much negative yardage on that toss. If you're a Franklin fan,
considering all the things that they do, it's just a toss there.
Yeah. That's why you turn. It's just a toss. But they could do some other things. Well, Tigers need to step up. Still some time in this football game, but you got to stop first.
First and 10 from their own 44. There's a handoff over the left side, stacked up. Still surging forward, brought down about the 49-yard line. Jackson on the carry for the Lions.
And even though watching this game, I still think this district is shaping up to be something special and could be a real excitement in this district, particularly actually last week, Yo beat Marina, and of course they're going to be a force to reckon with, like always. And of course you got Academy playing well, but I think Lorena's handling them pretty well right now.
Second and 4 from midfield. There's a handoff over the left side. banging his way across to about in the Tiger territory to about the 46-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down for the Lions.
And, of course, there's been only one time that a team has stopped the other tonight. I know I keep harping on this. I'm just saying this to try to paint a picture as to how well these offenses are playing. And, of course, the Tigers had gotten a fumble. Looked like they were set up in shop, but they went out on 4 plays, turned the ball over on down, so you can consider that a stop for Franklin. And that's really, it's been it.
First and 10 at the 45, Tigers 45-yard line. Wingback in motion. Here's a handoff to the wingback. Cuts up the middle. Has room. Breaks the tackle. 35. Chase to the 30. Dragged down about the 27-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down on the carry with Devin Hedrigo.
Yeah, that's 8. And I need to check. I had thought that young man had made a touchdown also, but I would go back and check that.
6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Tigers trail 56-42. They've got to have a stop here.
Got to have a stop.
It'll be first and 10 for the Lions at the 27-yard line. Break the huddle. Tight formation. 2 tight ends, all tight formation. Here's a handoff over the left side. Breaks outside. Has room. Bryson Washington across the 15 down to inside the 15 to about the 10-yard line. Gonna mark him down at the 10. And it will be first and goal. It will be first and 10 just outside the 10. And they just get yardage in chunks.
And, of course, they've been doing it throughout the night. There's been some instances where Rockdale has had to stop them at the line of scrimmage, even a couple of times where they have tackled them for a loss. But for the most part, the Lions have been moving the football with consistency.
Play action. Here's a handoff over the left side on first and 10 at the 11-yard line. And brought down at about the 6-yard line. Bring a second and about 4.
I'm not saying anything would have changed anything, but would have loved to have seen how things transpired right before half. We thought we had 12 seconds on the clock, and we just looked up and thinking we're going to go in and knot it up at 21 at that particular time. But the Tigers had committed a penalty which allowed the Lions to go for it on 4th down, and they got a touchdown out of it.
2nd down and 5 at the 5.5. Handoff over the left side across the 5 down to about inside the 5 to about the 3. They'll bring out 3rd and about 2. The mark about at the 4-yard line. 4:07 to go. Tigers trail 56-42.
This game moving right along here. This drive started at the 25-yard line. And of course, they're working on 8 plays right now, but they get the ball up and down the field in a hurry. Tigers still on a little slim hope there. It's slim, but you got to keep them out of the end zone.
3rd and about 2 from the 2.5. Really at the 3-yard line. And a give over the left side. Banging to the goal line. That'll be a touchdown. We got a flag down at the end of the play.
I think
it's Eaton takes it in for the touchdown. Call a 3-yard touchdown run. 62 points scored by the Lions so far.
52. Late hit.
Don't want to shoot a total penalty flag against the Tigers for the late hit, so the extra point to come. It's been all touchdowns. So there's been 1 extra point missed, and the Tigers went for 2 and got it. Here's the extra point. There's snap and hold. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Time on the field, 4:03 to go in the ballgame. Rockdale Tigers trail 63-42 to the Franklin Lions. From the Rockdale Country Football Broadcast booth, you listen to Rockdale Tiger Football on KRXT. Stay with us.
Cafe Corner, a great convenience store and gas station, is conveniently located at Highway 79 and 487 here in Rockdale. They're open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. till midnight. They've got breakfast specials, your favorite beverages, snacks, and Valero gas. That's Cafe Corner, a great convenience store in Rockdale.
Rockdale Welding Supply at 2004 West Cameron Avenue has everything that the professional as well as novice welder needs. And they're your only local supplier of medical oxygen, which you can pick up 6 days a week. They're open Monday through Fridays from 8 to 5 and Saturdays from 8 to noon. So you don't have to travel out of town for your medical oxygen. It's right here in Rockdale at Rockdale Welding Supply. Come by and see Randy or Scott at Rockdale Welding Supply. Give them a call at 512-446-2810 or stop by and see them at 2004 West Cameron Avenue in Rockdale.
The fourth quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale, investing in Rockdale and investing in you. Providing transportation for the KRXT broadcast crew for all out-of-town Tiger games. They'll be open tomorrow at 9 a.m. Check them out. Alpha One Chevrolet Buick in Rockdale. And the officials talking to head coach Mark Fannin and the Franklin coaches on the far side. Coach Jacob Campsey watching from afar. And let's get the touchdown summary and we'll get the chance.
Okay, that was another long drive by the Franklin Lions, covering 75 yards in 11 plays. Ended up in a 3-yard touchdown run by Ike Eaton. Point out the good 63-42. Franklin 63-42. And speaking of Franklin, I also have a friend and longtime coach who had coached at Franklin, not coaching this year. Want to say hello to a good friend, Mr. Terry, Coach Terry Maxwell. I had to, it's not coaching this year for some personal reasons, good reasons, but I know he's listening in, and of course he's liking what his Lions are doing. So what's up, Terry?
Yes, indeed. So the Lions getting set to kick it off here after they everything was settled there. Kick it off from their own 40-yard line. 4:03 to go in the game. Tigers trail 63-42 to the Franklin Lions. 105 points put up on the scoreboard between the two teams.
And we're not finished yet.
Not finished yet. Here's the kickoff coming. And it's just a scoop kick. It's touched by the Tigers, and it's covered up by the Lions at about the 44-yard line of the Tigers. Good net.
That is something that you really have to work on. Wow.
It was kind of a hard squib kick, and it went off the leg of a Tiger player up front.
And you just as well just letting that go through. I mean, it's still a live ball, but at least one of your back position players would have a better opportunity of picking it up. Like I said, that was like a hot shot and just bound off one of the Tigers, and it's a live ball. And we've seen this ugly situation come up in the last couple of weeks on kickoff.
Yep, so 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 43. They'll be looking for point number 70 here. And up under center, here's a handoff over the left side. Stacked up, I think, on the carry, Bryson Washington. And brought down. Oh, Bo Jackson on the carry, excuse me.
And, of course, I was just going to say Mr. Washington is their bell cow, as we say in this business, and he probably needs to be over on the sideline by now.
Yeah, the issue, not much, you almost can't say in doubt, because in this day and age of football, there's almost no lead safe. But 21 points with a running game like this, it's hard to say otherwise. 2nd down and about 8. Here's a toss coming left. That's upfield. Across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. Ike Eaton on the carry. Bring up 3rd down to about 3.
And, of course, Clark continues to run here.
With 3:04 to go in the ballgame, Tigers trail at 63-42. The Lions getting the call now. They're just looking to consume clock here. They break the huddle quickly to the line. 2 receivers line up wide to the right. Two backs in the backfield, man in motion. And a give up the middle, first man through down to about the 36-yard line. Stacked up. We'll bring up fourth down at about 2 for the Lions. I think that might have been the first fourth down Lions fan, at least since the first quarter, maybe.
Yeah, and I only remember one, and that was the one that they had scored the 28th point on to go into the locker room, 28-21. And, of course, this Rockdale, I've seen some good stuff tonight. I mean, like I said, it's going to look a little lopsided, though, but I think the kids came out and played hard. Still have to figure out some things on the defensive side of the ball, but otherwise...
Here's 4th and 2 up under center. There's a toss left, and the Tigers having the back around, and looked like he twisted forward. Ike Eaton very close to the first down.
He's going to be short. Yeah. I think he's going to be...
Nope, it will be enough for a first down.
Well, I was looking at the wrong guy, that's for sure.
1:35 to go in the game. The Lions looking to run out the clock.
And that, I mean, and that they will. And it's hard to, at halftime, we were talking, and I was talking to some of the fans. I was saying it's all in how the Tigers finish. And I don't think no one is really happy with the way the game has turned out and transpired. But I don't think they came out, I don't think the Tigers came out, they didn't give up. They came out and fought. And I think that is something that you can take out of this ball game. And of course, like they have this saying, a win is a win, but an L, a loss is a loss also. But I really like the way the kids fought and hung in there. And this is just a quality caliber, high caliber team that they played. And wow.
First down and kneel it down to run the clock. Now they'll line up on second now with 40 seconds to go. 63-42. Tigers trailing. Here's a snap and a kneel down. And the final seconds will tick off. They won't have to snap it again.
So I'm going to make my way down to the stadium floor. I wish I was around for the